All right, Shipcast back for a Thursday night doozy. We got Jags Saints. We got the big dog, Evan Silva, swinging by in the second quarter to talk ball with us. And who knows, maybe get some information right from Nick Underhill's source. Who knows what else we're going to cook up today. We do have some pick'ems to sweat. Can we get off the schneid? $600 tonight if we hit our core pick'em to one of you Underdog users / ship chasing viewers. We'll have Steph Miller swinging by to recap week 7 waivers and a pretty nice week for us across our high stakes portfolio. It's the Shipcast with Pete, with Gretch, with Pat. Let's go.
Pat Fryer Helmo.
This is why I'm hot.
Anita Handjob.
Fix your sight.
Jamar. Alpha play chase.
Are you kidding me? Kadarius Toney?
You can't handle the heat.
It looks like we're finally fist boys. You're right.
All right. We are live, fellas. What are you guys seeing on the screen? I need to know if I need to go to the cell phone.
Oh, I'm going. I went back to Prime Vision this week, and I'm just going to accept that I'm going to be behind. I just saw Etienne get tackled after a screen. It's like
me too. Are you at like 13:27 right now? Yeah.
13:30. So I'm 3 seconds behind you.
Okay.
13:30.
What are you at?
I always forget to bring up the game until we're about 3 minutes into a pod.
Yeah.
It's sunny, dude. The sun's shining in my eyes. I'm born and bred East Coast, like football. Prime time.
Let's see the picks. This was you guys today. I'm in the great spot of not having to like be worried about being wrong.
You don't have to defend yourself.
Right, exactly. I love this. It's great. It's like I hope we win, but also I don't have to like sweat.
What if we win? What if this is the only one we win, dude?
So now against us.
So what happened, Gretchen? You did a live stream today because normally we all collaborate on our picks in the afternoon. It's been the past couple weeks. I've been really tied up. This week, you had a marathon solo live stream and you left the burden to me and Pat?
Yeah, I just decided to go live because I usually do Stealing Bananas Thursday mornings, and I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna fire up a solo live stream. Send out a little.
Sean went on vacation, and somehow you had even less time.
What do you mean?
No, he had more time. He filled it with a live.
Taking the week off.
Yeah, no, but I was like bored. I took Sunday night off. Like, so, I mean, I already took one pod off, and then I was bored today. I want to talk football. I was making people mad on Twitter. I started firing off some tweets. I was like, man, people get so defensive on Twitter. All right, I'm going to stop tweeting. Let's go on a live stream and talk to the subscribers.
What is Sean doing? He went to Greece. He's just like up and went to Greece in the middle of the season.
Went to Greece in the middle of the season.
He's with his parents. It was the time that he could make it work with his parents, and it's a really cool thing for him. So I heard from him the other day. They're in Athens for a little bit. They went out a little ways outside of Athens to Delphi, go see the Oracle at Delphi, right? And then that was like a little bit of a day trip, couple hours.
She's still Oracling?
What's that?
She's still Oracle thing?
She's still Oracling. Yeah, I think she's still holding up. And then they're doing some stuff there, and then they're gonna get on a ship, I think, do some stuff on the islands, and wind up in Constantinople, Istanbul. So
Sean has he's got a pretty good hit rate over the years. Do you think he's been secretly going to the Oracle at Delphi this whole time?
Maybe.
Is that how he gets it?
I don't know. Maybe.
Dude, I've been thinking about some of Sean's calls recently. Like Sean was just like straight up Etienne over Pollard this year. Not a single person in the industry on that take other than Sean. Looking pretty good right now. Also, Sean talking about Devontae Adams getting frustrated with this version of the Raiders, and who knows what happens from there. Lots of quotes from an upset Devontae Adams these days. The Oracle over in Greece, always on it.
Yes. Right for the right reasons more than anyone in the industry. I mean, the specific things he hits are sometimes just so ridiculous.
Yeah. All right, Joey. Yeah, let's get down to brass tacks. Are we gonna hit this goddamn pick'em tonight? This drought is epic. Let me pull up the core pick'em tonight, guys.
I brought that up because right in that moment, Etienne was catching a screen. I knew Etienne's fantasy points over. We already got like 20 yards from Etienne and a catch on this drive, so we're looking good there.
Yeah, we were talking it through. Ended up like when you look at Etienne's production this year, he's got it in a lot of ways, right? There's like the three main ways. There's touchdowns, there's receiving stuff, and there's rushing. And he's had games where he's gotten the touchdowns. He's had games where he had the big rushing.
Wait, well, Pete, you could be a holder.
The Jahan
you can hold for kicks.
Oh,
Yeah.
You can do fake field goals, I was told on Twitter today.
What a fall from grace.
I will say how well the Jags are moving the ball on this opening drive. Feels pretty good for 2 Jags overs.
Yes, it looks great.
I like it. And the Jags overs correlate with the Kamara over on the receptions. So I like this score. If you want to, you can win $600 tonight if we hit the score. You got to sign up for the form.
That was a Kirk catch. Yeah, there's a Kirk catch coming out of the bunch. Yeah, you guys were all over this. I loved the convo. I came back from my live stream. There was 121 comments in our 3-person chat. Usually it takes like our chat with Leone or something to see that many. It was just YouTube, just vibing on the game for 121 comments.
Hey, good vibe so far.
Right. Agnew takes it down to like the 2 right here. Let's just get an Etienne punch in. Get this rolling.
Etienne punch in would be ideal.
Real quick for the audio listeners, the core entry, we got our 2 Jags, Christian Kirk over 10.35 fantasy points. I know that seems oddly specific. Travis Etienne over 10 or 14.55 fantasy points. And then Alvin Kamara on the other side over 4.5 receptions. Kamara's hit that in 2 of 3 games. The only game he didn't hit it was against New England when they won by a ton. Get in, Etienne. Let's go. That's how you start.
You got in? I'm super behind. You got in?
Oh,
yes. I'm behind too. Let's go.
Let's do it. That's
beautiful. What a start.
Huge.
Start.
What a start.
Huge.
Let's go. He has a 15-yard catch already. 5 rushing yards, 6 rushing yards for a TD. Or the TD's not updated yet. What was that, a 2-yard run? So he's about 20 yards. TD, he's about 8.5 points already. Look at that.
Yeah.
I love
Let me check the official thing here once it updates. We're so far ahead. Underdog hasn't even updated it yet.
Kirk's at 1.2 already. That's nice. Let's get moving in the right direction.
Etienne 8.6, I'm seeing.
8.6. Let's go.
Okay.
Boom.
And what's Kirk at?
Kirk's at 1.2.
1.2.
Okay. All right.
Beautiful.
I love the Kamara play with Jamal Williams back. If he plays at all, you're thinking he's probably going to take a little bit of the rushing load off Kamara. They have thrown to Kamara a lot. It's been not even necessarily efficient, just like a part of their offense, because a lot of their other offense doesn't work really well. That's probably my favorite of the stuff that you guys landed on. I told you guys I was most concerned of any of this about Etienne. Tough rushing matchup, 40.5 over under. But Pete, you were saying, and I think it's a great call that that he gets there in all the different ways. He's already got a nice reception, TD.
Instead of trying to predict exactly how he got there, I like just taking the fancy points side of it. And the idea was like, okay, we might get a screen or 2. That was actually something I said because of the Lawrence knee injury. Probably more likely to want to get the ball out quickly, get the ball to the running back, less scrambling. Is going to be likely, so they probably might want to dial up a couple of those. And I also felt like they could just maybe lean on the run game a little bit more with the injury. So yeah, good. It's a good Saints defense, but I don't think they're like Etienne's good, so it's not like this matchup where we need to be scared.
The other thing, and Pat, we were talking about it a little bit, like the Bigsby kind of usage arc has been really interesting, right? Where he had the goal line role and he was kind of vulturing Etienne early on. Then Etienne really started to condense things and take over. But then you actually saw Bigsby have a kind of decent pass catching role last week. It's kind of been a bizarre arc for him.
Yeah, it was a little because we consider pretty strongly going with Etienne over receiving yards, which would also look, I think, pretty good already. But Bigsby had like a little bit more in terms of route participation last week, and Etienne's receiving role is a little thin. You kind of need him to just like rip a screen. That's the bet. And it's just like, man, we're just going to sit here all night and just pray he rips a screen catch. It seems a little tough. So I just like the variety of outs that we have with the
Bigsby. I just checked this because I didn't notice this writing up signals or anything. Bigsby only had a 20% route participation last week.
Yeah, it wasn't
a season
huge.
high, but like
it was a season high, but
they blew him out.
Etienne doesn't have like a super high targets per route run, so it's like when I I don't want to see him losing route. If we're specifically doing the reception stuff or the receiving yard stuff, I just got a little nervous about that.
Yeah, sure.
Now that we're off to a hot start, the chat is asking about the Google form. So I will post
now
this.
They want to know about the Google form.
They want to know. I will say this again. If you've already filled out this form, you are good. We got you. Only fill out this form if you have not yet filled it out. I'm dropping it in the chat right now. When we hit one of our core pick'ems, that's when it will unlock the giveaway. You must have filled out this form to be eligible for the giveaway. And the only two things you need to do, fill out the form with your YouTube username and with your Underdog username. Those are the only two things we need. And then you'll be eligible when we inevitably do the drawing. Hopefully it's tonight, guys. Hopefully we could just do the drawing in like the second quarter.
Yeah.
And we could just all move
That'd
on.
be great.
Great.
Wow. We could do a second quarter drawing maybe?
Hey, Kamara. Oh, my God. He dropped it.
He dropped it.
Oh, come on.
He dropped it.
What the fuck are you doing? You can't see anything in Prime Vision. I like it, but like it's not good for when you're live streaming. You got to be able to see the game. I'm going to the main broadcast, boys.
You generally
Prime Vision.
Don't see the game.
I was kind of bumming because I saw some conversation about Prime Vision. I do think it's pretty sweet. I really enjoyed it last year. I was tweeting about it every Thursday, I feel like. But it is tough to see on a phone. It's sort of the problem.
It is. That's just a fact.
It reminds me of there's this famous, like, or not famous, I guess, infamous David Lynch interview where someone was interviewing him. He has a few incredible quotes where like they ask him about what he thinks about product placement and they ask him what he thinks about like people watching movies on a phone. And he's just like, it's fucking bullshit. Fucking bullshit. And I imagine that's how, like, if someone told him about Prime Vision, watching Prime Vision on a phone, it's fucking bullshit.
Guys,
Kamara.
dude,
Here we go.
Derek, I want to call him David Carr. Derek Carr is like not even trying to throw it outfield. He's just ready to go to Kamara. Baby, let's go. He's
love
like,
it.
check down.
So the part of the Kamara thing was did my little mini walkthrough for you guys, and I was like, Jaguars defense is kind of weird, but the thing I was like, they don't have a good pass rush, but they still are good. So my hope was that Carr can just sit there, and then just check down to Kamara a million times, please.
I did pull up here on the screen our 5 picks. So this one doesn't have to do with the giveaway, but we do, we can't resist the 20X on Underdog. So it has our core, Christian Kirk, Etienne, Kamara, but then we tacked on Derek Carr higher than 0.5 interceptions. So a pick gets us there with Derek Carr, and then the Tank Bigsby rushing under 11.5 rushing yards. I believe he has only cleared that number once all year. So decided to add
an important ball knowing, thing.
You have to take it under.
When you're taking the backup running back under 11.5 yards, I mean, ball.
Exactly.
That's just true.
Just aggressively no ball.
We kind of chickened out. We were talking about having the Derek Carr interception in the core. And then we had a late love for the ETN number. And I was like, I think this Carr interception one might be a little too gross for the core sweat.
That seems like a fun one for the core sweat.
It does seem fun, but it also seems like it could be a bummer.
It could definitely be a bummer.
Do you know what we should do, guys? One of these days when, our pick'ems are dusted and the game is awful, we should like power rank the type of underdog sweat, like quarterback completion sweat, backup running back, lower yardage sweat. Like there is a hierarchy to how good these sweats are.
I feel like interception over is kind of one of the worst. Is that fair? Like we're just going to be waiting for the moment when it happens, and then it's like that one moment, and I'm really hoping.
I think it's a pretty fun. Well, it's early in the game, but right now it feels like a pretty fun 5-leg sweat. Right? We get if this was on a 3 pick'em, I don't know if I'd feel good, but as part of a 5 pick'em, it's like if it hits any time, we're like, oh my god, okay, the 5's live, 5's really live, and it's not going to crush the core. So that's how I think you want to do this one as a sweat.
And late in the game. It could be, especially if they're trailing, it could be a really fun sweat. I mean, there could be
it's kind of correlated too. It makes it fun. Yeah,
it's a good sweat because it's like if it's the last thing we need, it'll come down to them throwing at the end. Oh man, they could literally throw a pick on the last play of the game. Like that can happen.
Any over that is truly just a single binary outcome, I think, can never be that bad of a sweat because it's just only one thing. Like you could say like a 7-yard receiving over is a binary outcome, but it's not technically. This
Dude,
truly is technically, a binary.
I will say this is why, like, every single week I've had either Puka or Cooper Kupp in my DraftKings lineup, because just the PPR sweat of like the reverse death by 1,000 cuts of those guys just racking up easy receptions. It's like the best kind of dopamine ever.
God,
it's just
amazing.
like, Sean McVay is going to get them open. It's the cleanest fucking sweat. It's just like catch.
Yeah.
You're like, give it to me. Give it to me.
That's what Amon-Ra felt like last week. He had,
Yes.
what did he end up with? It was just like, God, every
yeah.
time I looked, it was like more and more receptions. It was 4.4 ADOT, and he had like 11 catches. It was absurd.
Oh, little duck there from Carr.
Almost picked off.
Yeah,
It'll be my favorite sweat by the end of this game.
I know where you're going with this. As someone who has dabbled in a little NBA DFS back in the day, I do not love NBA DFS.
I really didn't like it either. I dabbled a little bit. It's so much you have to do like right before the games kick off. It's kind of
It like ruins marriages and families and relationships.
Yeah, all right, 3rd and 7. Kamara's on the field. This feels like a check down. Oh, he's pass blocking. Carr got rocked. Don't be hurt.
Don't tackle him. Intercept him. Keep him out there. We got to get that INT.
I guess like the one part of our core that isn't perfectly correlated, right, is if the Jags hold a lead, the Christian Kirk stuff.
Right. Yeah, I was already thinking about that when they got the first TD, that the Kirk thing could be.
But Kirk is.
If you all the stuff you were saying about Lawrence's knee, and the chat was talking about taking the over on Etienne's rushing, could be one of those ones where Etienne gets there early and then smashes and goes for like 28. And we're like, can we get some of those points over to our other guy?
Yeah, that's definitely possible. I do like the one we went with Kirk because he's more of like the kind of the steady accumulator.
Yeah.
Like he'll be involved. He got that shallow ADOT. Like, we don't need like them to be attacking deep.
Yeah, it just suck if he's like 6 for 60, and you get half PPR, you get 9 points, and you're like, man.
Well, yeah, that would suck.
Yeah, we lose by a point. That would definitely suck. Yes. Cool story.
Yeah, I'm like, what's your fucking point? Of course that would suck.
Yeah. That would mean we lose. I mean,
look at BTN had 13.8 fantasy points. That would also suck.
That would also suck. Hank Bigsby gets 12 rushing yards. That would also suck.
That would totally suck.
That's how these things work.
Kamara only catches 4 balls.
Gretch, I saw you tweet about this. I mean, the Jahan Dotson holding kicks at practice video.
I got a lot of people telling me, "What do you expect from him? It's practice. Maybe they're working on the the fake team. Maybe he's going to be in for a fake field goal. What is he going to do? Stay on the sideline for 15 minutes? I'm like, look, I've never seen a wide receiver hold at practice. I've watched football for a lot of years. Never seen it. There's a reason they showed that video. Very nondescript. There's a reason that beat reporter was like, I'm going to take video of this and put it on Twitter.
Exactly.
Like, weird.
People need to see this.
He or she has never seen that either.
Yeah.
That's insane.
I'm all about bag defending. Got a lot of Jahan Dotson. I don't know if I'm going to use that clip to defend my bag.
No,
great to see him get his hands on the ball, right?
There was a lot of, why wouldn't you use a receiver? They got good hands. Why wouldn't you? Like, this makes perfect sense. And I'm like, yeah, but I've never seen it before. This is not good. Like, he's at the point of his season as well where he needs more reps running his routes. Like, whatever he was going to do with these 15 minutes should have been a receiver thing, whatever it was.
Easily the most versatile receiver in the game.
He doesn't need to be catching snaps. He needs to be catching some damn balls off the jugs machine. Did you see his one target last week tipped off his fingertips?
Yeah, I did.
God.
Yeah, I'm done with Ron Rivera too. I mean, it's enough already.
It's insane.
It is
so
so
why you got
weird.
on Rivera?
Like, you know how I think I saw some people. I think Hayden had the tweet and then Nez retweeted it. It was showing like the highest tight end utilization. And the Falcons were number 2. It was like, imagine where we would have drafted Kyle Pitts if we saw the Falcons at the number 2 highest. But it's like same. If you would have told me that the Commanders were going to be the highest pass rate over expectation team in the league. It's like, dude, I'll take Jahan Dotson in the 4th round. Like, let's go. Like, to see the way that this plays out in such weird ways where it's like you're kind of right about what you want, and then still so far from being accurate.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Kirk,
there it is. Oh, let's go, Kirk. Oh, don't fumble
the ball there. He
Protect
recovered his own fumble.
That was the slowest fumble recovery I think I've ever seen.
No, they lost it.
No, dude, I think he was down. Was he down?
It was close.
We're gonna have to go to the replay on that. That did not look good.
Yeah, it was close. I was concerned that he was still up. And they're giving it to this. Is it -2 on Underdog or -1?
I mean, that's down, right? Like that whole thing is down.
He comes back up.
No, he came back up. That's a fumble.
Oh man, that's really bad. That's really bad.
But oh god, at that point you could almost say he had it that his own teammate, when he put his hand on it, if his own teammate didn't knock it away right away, you can almost have like video evidence of like, oh yeah, he has the ball in his hand there.
Yeah, we'll challenge it, AJ. I'm throwing my flag.
It's obviously loose. I can't believe he didn't get it back. Got right there, and then his teammate just blasted out of his hand.
Yep.
Is it -1 or -2 on Underdog?
I'm gonna check the
I don't know.
Google Underdog.
The only thing that can make me feel better,
scoring.
Alvin Kamara, check down. Not getting stuffed at the line of scrimmage.
Well, getting stuff could lead to a check down. So
-2. -2. That's a
-2.
Yeah.
So that's a negative play for us.
Yeah, we have negative fantasy
No.
points on Christian Kirk now.
I don't think it was negative.
I just looked. We're at -0.5 points.
They've got it wrong. They've got the catch for -1 yards. That was like a 20-yard reception plus the half point was like a 25. It was a 2.5 play -2. Like it was that play was like a small win, I think, if I'm not wrong. The box score has it wrong. We're not -0.5.
That's it. I'm calling up Redmond right now.
19-yard gain. 19-yard gain. So
it
was 2.4 with the half point per
there.
catch, and we got 0.4 points on that play. We had 1.2. Should be at 1.6.
I think if we talk this through enough, we can actually spin this as a positive for us.
Yeah, we gained.
Well, I mean, did our score go up or did it not?
No, it did. It actually went up.
Yeah. So there we go. Positive.
And I was worried about the Jags scoring too quickly and taking Kirk out of the game.
Right.
This is like when your quarterback throws a pick six, like on the first possession, you're like, great game's good for my quarterback.
Oh, that was so off target. Just a little more off target, Carr. A little more.
These guys are like really impressed with my addition. I've been adding fantasy scores literally since I used to do it out of the newspaper. I fucking love to just add this stuff like while it's happening. Oh yeah,
that might have been the
points.
Quickest 3 and out. I feel like we were just chatting it up and they're already giving it back to
they're already punting?
You're right, Gretch. They've updated it 1.6 fantasy points. Let's just pretend like that literally just never happened. Everything that just happened in the past 2 minutes didn't happen, and we move on.
Ooh, that happened.
Oh, Saints got the ball back. Was there a flag?
Oh, they just rocked that dude.
This has been a crazy fucking first quarter. I love it.
Holy shit.
What is up with the Jags? Jesus Christ.
How did that happen?
I don't like short fields for the Saints. We need the
No, short fields are bad.
Yeah, his own teammate ran into him.
Agnew got hit hard in the head. Hit the defender.
Ouch.
Ooh.
That's
not good.
Who was that?
That's Agnew on the kick return.
Oh, man.
Yikes.
I mean, do I have to say that it's good for Kirk?
No, you didn't.
You did.
Didn't have to. Didn't have to be that guy.
Listen, did the thought occur to me?
Yeah.
No one knows because I didn't voice it. Okay? That's how that works.
Only I did.
I was wondering who would be the first person to have the take. Did the Jags staying in London for 3 months hurt their ability to win football games going forward?
Oh, he declined a post London. He had the option for that.
I'm not that.
I've not heard that story.
That was news to me.
I mean, it seems like it's possible they could have given him that because they had to obviously communicate with the team for them to probably agree to play in London 2 weeks in a row. That's like a first this year. It was kind of a big deal.
Yeah.
But they came back, played one home game, and now we're on a short week on the road.
Yeah.
I mean, that's like they're only 10 days away from being in London. And then now they're on the road.
That's crazy. Yeah, good point.
You know how the NFL now turns like everything into a spectacle? The schedule release is this whole 4-hour stream. They should just have like all of the owners like Rochambeau for like who has to be on Hard Knocks, who has to do a game in Germany, who has to do a game in London, and just make it just a huge television event. Or maybe it's more like a most extreme elimination challenge type thing where these owners have to go through it and the last place ends up having to do these things. There's something there.
Yeah, but then they can't brag about how the AI is so smart that it gave us 0 bye weeks in week 8. You know, we would.
was that a thing?
They're like, oh, the AI, the million components all coming together, trillions of schedules all released. We picked one with no buys in week 8, but it's super smart.
I love their AI is probably like Roger Goodell being too cheap to spring for Chat GPT Premium and just using like the base version.
Chat GPT, list me a schedule with these parameters.
How long should I find Alvin Kamara, Chat GPT? He may or may not have assaulted someone in an elevator. Is there video of it, Roger? Don't worry about that.
There we go.
2.5 days.
Don't worry about that. Is there video of him talking about after? That's not important.
Man, he's not even looking for that hit.
Oof.
Stop handing off to Kamara.
Is that
I don't think that is
Williams?
Kamara.
That wasn't.
I think that was Williams.
That wasn't him. Whoops.
Do you feel better or worse that it wasn't him?
Mildly better. We don't need him taking hits
I
and
do too. I don't know
receptions.
Yeah,
this is like we don't need him racking up touches that aren't receptions.
Yeah.
I did like the way, like you saw, I mean, he was getting, what did he have? Like an 18 carry game, a 21 carry game, because this was with Jamal out and they clearly don't trust Kendre. So I did like
there it.
There
is.
we go.
Screen.
There we go.
Now get tackled and do another one.
Yep.
First down is important though, because they feel good about it. That was a good play. We should do that more.
Yes.
Ooh, baby.
I like that.
Donovan,
So
we all want Kendre, but it ain't happening for a long time. I'm leaving a candle on for the playoffs, like low advance rate guy you need, but let's just like pretend Kendre doesn't exist for 5 weeks and come back. You don't want to sweat Kendre for the next 5 weeks. I trust me on that.
No, you don't. Now a candle seems less bullish than leaving a light on, because a candle will burn itself out. So that's sort of a time limit on a candle. You leave a light on, you can leave that porch light on all night. It's much better.
For Nick. Shout out to producer Nick here. One of the biggest Kendre Bowls I know. Yeah, it's a rough scene.
That's not ideal.
No, it's not.
We'll always have that screen pass you had in the second game against the Patriots, though. Looked real good on that.
Diving catch
preseason catch.
In the preseason?
Yeah.
That was sweet.
The preseason, yeah.
Wheel route.
Probably want to pass here. Probably running back.
A little play action to come here. Yep. Dump it, Carr.
Dump it. He's right there.
Come on. He's right there. Oh, my God. That's not a touchdown. That was a sick catch, but
that was.
Did he not get his feet in?
Right?
No.
Dude, this is really close to being an actual catch. He gets the ball and he
one.
It's the hand.
Oh, the hand.
Before the hand.
That was sick.
Ball moved on the ground.
That was.
Oh, that was sick.
Damn.
But man, I just want to say, Carr, just take the easy check down to Kamara.
Right. What are you trying to prove, man?
In his vicinity.
How is Kamara not on the field right now on third goal?
That's bad.
Yeah,
Bad
that's
for us.
bad.
Get the pick.
Mass
Get the
protect.
pick.
Oh, get the pick. Get the pick.
Hit him in the helmet. He just
All right, that
fired
worked
it
out pretty well. We got one catch, right?
back of his helmet.
Yeah.
Held him to a field goal.
Kamara's at 2 receptions. Need 3 more. I don't want to lock it up this early.
That's one of those plays where the DB isn't looking, and you so often get. Oh, he was looking. Yeah, he got his hand on that. All right.
Come on, DB. Who's this DB? 30?
I thought it hit his head.
Oh, yeah, that's classic 30 for the Jags. Let me just get his name real quick.
Classic.
I was really hoping I'd see his jersey.
Google.
I didn't. He didn't turn around enough, which is classic. Which is also
30.
classic.
Do you guys agree right now? This feel, even though it's been a little chaotic, the Jags turnovers are slightly tilting. This has the vibes of a fun, wonky Thursday night game.
It does. This is a good third.
Yeah.
There's never like just high quality football on a Thursday night.
No,
It's gonna be weird, but this is fun. Weird.
And I associate my immediate association with the Jags on Thursday night was they played that game against the Titans last year, deep into the season. That was that must-win game for, I believe it was for the Titans to get into the playoffs, and the Jags had already locked that up. But like that was when the Jags were surging down the stretch, when Evan Ingram was balling out. I don't know. I have like slightly positive associations with the Jags on Thursday night.
Interesting.
I like that. I like that take. I kind of do too. They do good stuff.
We will have Evan Silva swinging by in the second quarter. Excited to talk to the big dog. It's been a while since we chatted it up with him.
Yeah, I feel like Evan can confirm whether or not this Bigsby under means we know ball. You know.
Oh,
Let's think of our questions.
Definitely a ball knower.
If you guys were able to ask Nick Underhill a question via Evan Silva tonight, we need it. What would be the thing we want to know the most?
Right, and for people who don't know, that is the tie-in. Evan is not a Saints fan.
He just knows the most prominent Saints beat reporter, and he's like really good buddies with him.
What we tried, like what we set out at the beginning of the season, we knew we were going to do the show, and we said, it'd be really fun to have guests that have some kind of tie-in or emotional investment to one of the teams playing. We had Dink on, grew up a Bears fan, all this. Some of the connections have gotten extremely tenuous, like Liam calling the Lions a dynasty team on the show, or
part of that's
Silva
because
texting Nick Underhill for Saints info.
Right.
That's the connection for tonight's game.
But part of that's because the fans of these teams want to watch them. We mentioned a while back we invited Sam Hoppin on, but he was getting together with buddies for the big Green Bay Thursday night game. We wanted Cooter Doodle tonight, but she's at the game.
Yeah.
Don't tell you guys that's not supposed to stay behind closed doors. Like you don't tell Evan Silva
the game.
We're seconds.
Big time. She's at the game. It's not like we're too like we already mentioned big time.
Silva may have inferred that based on the fact we said, "Here's your connection to this game." So you text Nick Underhill.
You would have told any of us 3 years ago that we would have gone to Evan Silva as our sloppy seconds on a live stream. After trying to get a girl who's the world's biggest Saints fan on the show first, everyone would have been like, "What? Wait, what the fuck?" Just Silva, is it your first choice? No, Cooter Doodle was our first choice.
Cooter Doodle,
who would have been an incredible guest. I was stoked when I saw the Saints.
Silva, we're so excited to talk to you, buddy.
Yeah, we're psyched about Silva, but I'm sick to my stomach. It's not Cooter.
Silva's not watching. Are you serious? I'm right now like trying to troubleshoot.
He could very well be watching.
He might be watching.
I will say that
better than 50% chance he is watching.
We did the Saints. I believe I looked this up. I need to check. The Saints play the Rams on Thursday night. I believe it's week 16. Yeah, week 16. They're on the road versus the Rams, which means Cooter Doodle can't go to the game. She is already committed to coming on the Shipcast week 16.
We got her.
We got her. Ladies and gentlemen,
we got her.
We got her. God, I wish I had confetti for that. Casey says Silva hate watches sometimes, Gretch.
Nice.
I think he might hate watch a lot.
There used to be days where Daigle and Silva, after a long day in the content mines, would throw ship chasing on the big screen in
And
their
just hate
Chicago
us?
apartment and watch us.
That was the stories I heard from.
No, Bixby, no.
Don't worry, dude. 1.5 yards in a cloud of dust.
That's not gonna
Shuffled around and got 2 yards. It is a little tricky on a Thursday night game with all this travel. Oh, look at that. He was on for one. Dude, Etienne's going to play. Etienne is the workhorse. Let's go.
Let's get a Christian Kirk.
Yeah.
Big
play. Big play, Christian Kirk. Get him. Look, guy fumbled. Got to get him back into the flow of the game. Important player.
Make sure he feels confident.
What are the film watchers saying about Trevor Lawrence? Does he look 100% to you guys tonight?
Feels good to me.
No.
There it is. There he
Almost
is.
erased
That's our
that
guy.
interception, buddy.
What a route runner! I thought he was going deep, from his stem, but then he just snapped that stem right off and just like cut to the sideline with precision, and his hips were looking swivelly and all that, and then catches it. You love it.
If you didn't say that with such a dorky voice where we know that you're being like, that would work.
His hips looked swivelly and all that would have flown.
I would have been like, yeah, Pat knows ball. But like the stem stuff was great. Snap the
You
stem.
gotta talk about the
I've
stem.
heard that. Yeah, the stem.
If you don't know ball, if you don't know a good stem. Every ball knower knows a great stem when they see one.
Look,
stems are probably the most
even,
important part of route running, as far as I understand.
You're not even allowed to. Last week when I talked about capitulating too early on Calvin Ridley, everyone's like, well, who should I have taken? T. Higgins in the second round instead? No, the moral of the story is you shouldn't have drafted a guy a round higher because Davis Maddock quote retweeted a clip of Ridley looking really good at trading camp. That was
said, I'm going to draft him every single draft today. And then he did like 20 drafts and got Ridley in every draft.
Davis said, if there's only one fan remaining on earth that's a Calvin Ridley fan, it is me.
It's Davis? At that time, he was trying to get his exposure.
Yeah, he was kind of out. Because
Yeah.
that's the thing. Davis has been changing his opinion a lot more. So, but he changes his opinion very, very hard. When that opinion changes, it fucking
so
changes.
he's a lifelong Calvin Ridley fan since August 25th or whatever. Like that's when he became a lifelong.
The thing is, you
but
can't.
Don't count on that sticking.
The thing that's so gross is you can't uncapitulate. Like I've been playing Ridley in DFS. I played Ridley in DFS last week. It's just like, no, guys, you told me he was good week one, so I can't uncapitulate. We're just playing him until we all.
I've uncapitulated on Dalton Kincaid. The walkthrough this week was not kind.
Really?
Uncapitulated on him. I love that. I never should have capitulated on Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah.
I was trying to tell you, man. We were all capitulating.
I capitulated. I used my week one capitulation on Dalton Kincaid to basically be like, this guy sucks.
The king, the big dog, has arrived. Up? Evan, how you doing, buddy?
What's up, Evan?
Good. It's good to see you guys. Good to see you guys.
Good to see you too, man.
How are you feeling, man? Everyone was legitimately worried about you there for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, it was stupid. It was an infected salivary gland. And like I had this like big gobbler like on the side of my face, and I went like to the ER, and they sent me home, and then they're like, yo, if it gets worse, then you got to come back. And it did get worse. I don't know. It was weird because I just like kept thinking that it would go away, but then it was like that Sunday morning I woke up and it was bad. And then like when I was in the hospital, like the doctors I saw like 7 different doctors. They couldn't agree on what the problem was, like what caused it. And so it just, I missed a whole week during the season, which is brutal.
Did you feel awful, or was it just like, they got to keep checking this shit out?
It was like extremely painful, but they gave me a bunch of like now I know what Toradol feels like. Which
those horse tranquilizers?
That shit feels great, by the way.
Brett Favre over here.
Morphine, and so yeah, they hooked it up. But Yeah, it just sucked to miss an entire week of work. Like, you know,
Yeah.
and it made me like really treasure and value the work that we do more because I like lost it for a week, you know.
That's
For
cool.
sure.
Good.
No, we were
Yeah.
all very, very worried about you, and so glad to hear you're doing better, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man. Thanks. And thanks for having me back on the show. You know, Over's at when we hang out in Cape Cod, he's like, dude, you're never coming back on. I think it's just the randomizer.
Yeah. This
I'm
is
never
the
allowed
randomizer.
back on the
Blackballed.
randomizer.
Like, never again. You're welcome on everything else. Just
Okay.
never the randomizer.
By the way, I've been listening to you guys or watching you. I you know, when like all the sports are on or off, like midnight after, I just flip on Chip Chasing, and you guys are killing. I saw the one with Dink. I think it's really cool that you've been bringing on Steph Miller. You know, because she's a freaking diehard. Yeah, and she's interesting to listen to her takes, and I mean, you guys are great. So you guys are crushing it.
Appreciate that.
Love you, buddy.
Yeah.
Appreciate that, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you
Trying
can
to-
butter up to me as much as you want. You're never coming back on the randomizer.
I know. I've given that up. Yo, I'm in third right now in the showdown spy.
Yeah.
Oh, hell
What's
yeah.
the squad?
What do you
What's the
need?
squad?
I put in the captain. Oh no, I just dropped down. You know how it goes. It's like every play matters, but it's still in like significantly in the money. Jaguars D, I went with as the captain.
Oh,
Kamara,
Right.
Etienne, Olave, Kirk, Ingram. So we're doing all right.
dude, we're aligned. We need a car interception. We need ETN. We need
Yeah.
Kirk. We're all on board here.
But you
Yeah,
fell
me-
down. You don't have Lawrence. Lawrence just had a
No.
long run.
Oh,
Yeah.
did he? All right. Well, that hurts. Yeah.
30
That's
yard
probably what dumped me. Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay.
He just took
How-
off and scrambled for 26 yards. Looks
That's
spry.
a lot.
Yeah.
ETN, baby.
It's
Go,
ETN.
baby.
It's ETN.
Touchdown. Fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Really?
That's it.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
That's it right there.
Chip it.
Woo.
ETN, what a baller.
He is destroying.
If you had to redraft right now, how many running backs do you take ahead of ETN rest of season?
That's a really good question. I think
Alexander Madison, is that one of them or not?
Right. Are you done?
He fucking
I
nice,
literally
man.
said we don't need to bring this up.
I mean, we can bring it up. Bring it up. I think the answer would be McCaffrey, and that's it, right?
I think that's the answer.
Love
Yeah.
it. Silva and I have ETN on our team. We got
We
in a
do.
little bit of an argument while we were on the clock at 5:10. He wanted Madison. I wanted ETN.
Be
It got a
nice.
little heated.
That's why I have to tell you guys, just be nice to our guests.
I told these guys about
Sorry.
our
Right there, I
our
had to do
super
it.
heated draft.
Yeah, you told Pat. You went onto his show and told him about it the next day.
Yeah, and then
I couldn't not. I'm sorry.
I mean, I've been friends with Gretsch for a decade, so
So long.
we're not going to let one stupid draft.
No.
Although I got mean, I told him some of his picks were stupid. No, yes.
It wasn't great.
And those
The
those wound up being our best picks too, by the way.
No,
The first time I hung out with Silva, we got hammered together. I've not been a big cigarette smoker in my life. We smoked some cigs. We ordered some late pizza in Chicago. He crashed in my hotel room. We were just like two fucking peas in a pod. First time I met him, I was like, "This is my dude." Like I would drink with this guy.
I
anytime.
remember that, Gretch, because you flew out to Chicago
Yes.
specifically
Just to
hang
meet
out
Silva.
with Silva.
Didn't tell him that. Yeah. I was like, no, I'm going to be in
That's cool.
Chicago. Because the whole thing happened from your guys' episode of Fantasyland about Roto World.
Yeah.
Remember when you guys, and there was a quote in that, Roto Pat was like, I once went and drank with Silva, and I tried to hang with him, and like I couldn't hang, like it's hard to hang with Silva drinking. And when I was doing my sort of like promoting of the episode, I did like a quote tweet, and I was like, the biggest thing I took from this episode was that I really want to try to hang with Silva and drink. And he DMs me, and he's like, I hadn't really ever interacted with Silva. It's like, Evan Silva DMs me, and he's like, hey man, if you're ever in Chicago, like let's go get a beer. That'll be great. And
Gretch
I
is
was
like,
oh,
great. I'm
cool.
there on
Yeah,
Saturday.
I looked up flights like that day. It was like $300 round trip, and I was like, it was my first year in the industry, just started, and I was like, I loved Evan Silva, It's like, dude, I'm actually gonna be there in a couple weeks. Flew out.
It's funny you mention it.
He took me out on the town. We got hammered. We got some pizza. We had a great effing time, man.
We did have a great time. We did have a great time. And then Gretch showed up in LA to a fantasy conference or something with a broken leg. And he's walking around
for my plantar fascia. Yeah.
Oh God, yeah, that's brutal.
At a boot, yeah.
Man,
yeah.
Listen to these two. Like being a fantasy analyst, guys, it's a tough job. You get injured, you end up in the hospital, you end up on crutches. No one ever said this gig was easy, guys.
No.
Yeah. So
Silva, who's the funnest person to party with in the fantasy space? Because I know you party with a lot of people.
Oh man. Ray-Ban is like nuts.
Really?
Yeah, Ray-Ban is like
he was in LA.
Yeah,
I was there for that.
Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara all night long.
Didn't we get kicked out of the hotel bar? I think we got kicked out.
Yeah, well,
he did.
He did.
Yeah.
Ray-Ban's funny. I mean, I've hung out with all you guys. All you guys are real fun. Thorman is like the coolest dude. I don't know. There's.
Yeah, I'd love to hang with Thorman. I've never.
Well, yeah. Pat now lives in the city with Ray-Ban's old sidekick, and I've had an extremely late night with TJ Hernandez. Have you synced up with him yet, Pat?
Yeah, I know. I need to. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's fucking the coolest dude.
Yeah.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're podding together now. We gotta hang.
Yeah, I was surprised that you guys hadn't synced up yet because you guys are probably like less than 10 minutes from each other.
No, we're close.
You're both very laid back personalities. Doesn't really surprise me that much that neither of you is like, hey, we should hang out.
Well, both TJ and Chris Ray-Ban, and I haven't hung out with Chris Ray-Ban, but they're like the guys that are so chill where I'm like, I realize I'm like blacked out and they're just completely normal despite us having drank the same amount. That's what it's like.
Ray-Ban is not chill. It's not. Well, I don't know. I mean, you get him in a certain circumstance, and maybe he's chill, but I would say he's
Gordall, maybe they have a chill amount.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't. What do you guys think are your guys' biggest hits so far besides fading Alexander Madison?
No, we could take a few L's around here. I mean, we have a shit ton of Quentin Johnston that
0 for 0. I got a bunch of Bateman. I got a bunch of Burks.
Dotson. Jahan Dotson.
Yeah. Oh, Jahan
Dotson. We got our L's.
We got the best holder in the league, Silva, on all of our rosters.
Our biggest W for mid-round wide receivers is JSN's ADOT increasing from 5.6 to 6.4.
Yeah, geez, man.
We were on Ayuk. I think that's our real.
Yeah, Ayuk's been a big hit.
Lots of Etienne. Breece Hall, I think, is going to.
Breece Hall has been.
Yeah.
Breece Hall's a big position for me. Yeah.
Silva, our team slaps again. By the way, have you been checking our team out?
No.
4-2. It's one of my top scoring teams across all my teams.
Nice.
It has Etienne and Breece.
Yep. Okay.
You got us on Kirk, who's been really good.
Yep.
We got Amon-Ra. We got Mark Andrews, DK Metcalf, Gabe Davis. It's a good team.
Wow. That's real strong. Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to it.
How rich? Does it have to pay attention to his main event teams?
We have a third silent partner that helps us run it.
Yep. He does most of the heavy lifting. How about this Dolphins offense? I mean,
holy shit.
Goodness gracious, man. Like ballers. And they do it like they've had like a bunch of like injuries, like especially on the offensive. What now? What?
Oh, almost an INT.
Derek Carr.
Yeah, your Jags D almost had a pick.
Damn.
What are some of your guys' biggest misses?
Oh, we just rattled off a bunch.
You just rattled off a bunch of those.
Ramondre
Thielen is looking like a big old smash, and I was completely out on him. So that's
I didn't even have him in the top 150. I didn't have Nico Collins in there either. God, I suck.
No, dude. It went through his hands on 4th down. We needed that. That was a pick 6.
That one of my biggest regrets is like thinking through. Like I did a million drafts, and I'm like, after Traylon Burks and Rashad Bateman, like the wide receivers fall off a cliff. And it's like when you really think about the 2v2s of like Jacoby Myers and Nico Collins were going like 2 to 3 rounds later.
Yep.
It's like, got to get my Rashad Bateman, got to get my Traylon Burks because there's no good wide receivers after that. Like that's one of my personal biggest regrets.
Yeah, God, Bateman has been so freaking bad. Like I like when you reach that point, and I remember you really liked him coming out of college, Kareem, and he was good in his first 2 seasons when he played.
Yeah,
but
he was, right?
I feel like he's like lost his confidence or something.
I don't know what's going on,
it's really bad with him. I mean,
it's bad. It seems like Aguilar might be ahead of him now.
Yep.
Jesus. Yeah. What's up with Odell too? Because that was like, if you would have told me that both, because I would have thought there was going to be one winner out of Odell and Bateman. Like I think most of us thought Zay was going to be good, but man, I would have thought one of Odell or Bateman would have.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
this week could be fun. Writing it up, I was like, if the Lions are a little bit more aggressive through the air, maybe the Ravens like air it out a little bit
that
more.
Game it's totaled at 43. I don't know. Daigle's on the over. I'm on the over.
I like the over on that. Yeah.
Assuming decent weather, like that could be a back and forth affair.
I think so too.
How is the Ravens run defense, right? Like is Dan Campbell going to ram Craig Reynolds into that line?
I don't think so. Craig Reynolds has barely been practicing.
He was back today, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
Limited today. Yeah. My hope is that Reynolds doesn't go and it's like a Zigbo and Gibbs, and they're just like, we can't run, so we're just going to throw the ball a bunch.
The totals this week are so gross. Like even that Chargers game, like there's one game over a total of 50, and then that total came down to 48.
Yeah, the Chargers Chiefs total last time I looked was 48.5.
It was at like 52 or 53 at the open.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's everybody reacting to last week, and people are hammering the unders. Obviously, last season.
What is your guys' take on Eckler right now? Because we just did the thing about Etienne. How many running backs would you have? Like Eckler in these battle royale drafts on Underdog is still going like 104, 105 and all of these. Like, are you guys worried
Eckler
about
would be
him?
number 3, right? Eckler will be number 3 behind McCaffrey and Etienne.
Well, that's what I'm asking. You confident he's going to be fully back?
I mean, like his bye is out of the way. He played 68% of the snaps this past week. I mean, look, high ankle sprains are scary. You always worry about the aggravation. But this one guy, Abe Toro, is talking about, I mean, it was a big miss to expect. Well, I wouldn't say it was a big miss. You
can ignore the chat. Don't look at the chat.
I look at the chat.
Life.
I look at the chat, and I'm not going to ignore being.
You're here. Abe Toro's. I mean,
okay, whatever. I don't think
Abe
like
Toro sounds like something I'd order off of a sushi menu.
I'm actually a closet socialist.
I think it might be. It's Abe Toro is a sushi. I believe is a sushi item.
Closet socialist. Oh man, Silva, I have shared with Pat and Pete some of your comments about some of our texts over the years.
All right, that's fine. But that's all right. That's what all about. That's no, but I mean, no. Etienne was like, Etienne is like, I mean, a huge smash as a guy that we could get in the 4th or 5th round. I still wound up getting a decent amount of them, but I mean, the worry about Tank Bigsby essentially evaporated in week 1 when Tank Bigsby lost a fumble. I still think that Tank Bigsby is an awesome stash because Etienne, I mean, he entered this game leading the NFL in carries. Like he is at significant injury risk.
Yeah.
So I think
3rd in routes too. Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I have no problem shying away from acknowledging that I was way too low on Travis Etienne. Yeah. I mean, who was high enough on Travis Etienne? If we restarted right now, is he a top 5 pick? I mean, he's definitely.
I think he is. I think he should be, right. He should probably be the 5th overall pick in redraft.
And that was one of the things that we were talking about. I mean, because we this is a guy that we were hit on. So like, I mean, I'm not trying to brag or anything, but that wasn't one of the things we were talking about from a profile perspective going into really his 2nd year. Obviously misses his whole rookie year, but had like a pretty good rookie year or whatever, 2nd year, his first full year, efficient, didn't catch enough balls, but ran enough routes. And a lot of that, like we talked about this in the summer, was maybe Lawrence likes to really push the ball vertically, doesn't get to the check down as quickly, but that's something Lawrence needs to develop. Like he threw a lot of picks in some bad spots last year. Obviously, the playoff game throws 4 picks. And I think he's done a little better with that this year. I still would like to see more of that from him. He will, like, you love to see the aggressiveness down the field. I'm sure Silva, like with Lawrence. I mean, that's just such an awesome part of what he is as a young quarterback. But, like, he does have to learn to bring that back to the check down a little bit. Like,
I think that he is a little bit because, well, I wouldn't even say it's a check down. Like, they run a lot of screens for Etienne. Doug Peterson comes from that Andy Reid school. Andy Reid used to be like the biggest, you think about like Brian Westbrook and, all those running backs they used to have. Like they would run a ton of screens for those guys.
Correll Buckhalter,
Ryan Moats.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Even like Deuce Staley. I mean, they're running a ton of screens for Etienne. Get him in space. He's an in-space playmaker for sure.
Well, to your point, Silva, like you think about perception and obviously like Bigsby's faded, and you can juxtapose it to a guy like Tajay Spears, right? Who looks awesome, seems to make a play each week, but he's still a contingent play, right? Like he's not getting in your lineup in best ball drafts. Like I'm excited about having Tajay Spears, but him and Bigsby, like the contingent upside is still the same. One of them, crushing if the starter gets injured in front of him. That hasn't changed.
Yeah. 3 Kamara catches.
What's that?
That was just an update on our Underdog Pick Em. Yeah. Kamara.
Okay.
We have Kamara's receptions over.
Okay,
we
nice.
Got a third one there.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. All right. Well,
this is our squad here. Pete's pulling it up.
You guys need me to get out of here or what?
No, dude.
No, you're good.
Okay.
God, no.
Is anybody, who else is coming on?
Just you. You're the man.
Oh, okay.
Steph
will be
on
after halftime.
After the second half.
Steph after halftime. There's still 9 minutes in the second quarter. I mean, if you got to get going, you're good to go. But
no, I'm fine. I just want I can't watch the game right here, but that's all right. I mean, I still have like a bunch of matchups to write anyways, so I'd rather hang out with you guys.
What? All right. Well, yeah. What's the process like, Silva? When are you writing these columns? Like, let us know how does the sausage get made?
Well, after this, I want to hear Karain on how he does his. It's just spending all day. Well, it begins like Sunday night, and then spending all day Monday just figuring out what happened in every game. Like the details of what happened in every single game, and I have like a ton of notes that I take, and then really on like Tuesday, Wednesday, that's when I really start writing, like a lot of like words. I mean, so many freaking words, and then and then like I don't know, like this was a weird week because there were 6 teams on bye, so that's 3 fewer games than usual, which is awesome. However, we had all these quarterback situations. Mm-hmm. Daniel Jones, I don't know if he's going to play. Jimmy Garoppolo, we didn't find out until today that he was out. Deshaun Watson, I still don't know if he's going to play.
I don't think he knows. He's just going to wing it.
Right. So it's hard to like really lean into those games where you don't even know whether the quarterbacks are going to play. I don't know. Karain, how do you do yours?
Yeah, sort of similar with Monday. I'm just trying to figure out what happened. I'll listen to pods, read Ben's stuff, just try to get a sense of what happened. And then Tuesday is like head down writing. One thing I've tried to do recently is like use Tuesday, like part writing and part going through and putting, because I have a shitload of charts in mine, and I'll just put all the charts in, but in a way where I'm like telling the story of that matchup in my head. Like the way I'm almost kind of writing it in my head, but just kind of putting the charts together. And then, because like, dude, when you get to it's like, all right, here's another game, and you gotta like think like, all right, I gotta figure out a fucking first sentence to say. And it's like when you see like, okay, here's the charts, and here's like what I clearly kind of thought the way this would play out. I'm like, oh, I already like set myself up. So then so that's actually been really helpful. I've been kind of outlining it more and more that way. But yeah, just Tuesdays like writing and outlining. Wednesdays just like head down writing. Thursday morning I write, and then I've been narrating it. So I start usually around noon, ideally a little bit before. I start narrating it, and that's also my editing process. So as I'm narrating, I'm like, I get to like the Green Bay running backs. I'm like, oh right, I gotta like figure out if Aaron Jones is in play or whatever. And then that's what kind of how I fill out everything. And then I've had Nick Bodiford's been helping me edit it, so that's been a huge boost this year. It's the first time I've really had like a true editor on it, which has made a huge difference. So, yeah, and then I will finish. I've narrated 7 of the 12 games, and I'll narrate the last 5 after we finish this up, and then post it.
I love that you guys, this whole thing, like your whole thing is like, I'm gonna do this prep work and start writing some stuff. I love your visual thing. That's really smart to like lay out your outline. My ass gets up Monday morning and just starts writing the whole game and then writing the next game. And the thing that you said about, oh, now I got to write a first sentence for the next game. It's like, I do like 8 of 9 of those in a row. And it's like 9 hours of writing. It's like at least an hour a game. My God, by the end of that on Monday and Tuesday, my week is a little bit shrunk. It's way better though, than you guys, because then I'm done. You guys,
you're done. Yeah,
spend your whole week doing it. I just freaking blast through it. So like, I love that. I take Wednesday off.
Silva, are you going to try to get in the narration game? Because you have someone else narrate your stuff, right? Is Pat inspiring you to narrate your own work?
No, no, man, no. I mean, I already feel bad because I mean, like, I feel like, it's Jake who does it for us, who narrates it, and he does such a great job. But, I'm always like a couple games like bleed into like Friday, and even last year, like Saturday morning, I'm trying to avoid letting anything to bleed into Saturday. But I mean, stuff will bleed into Friday, and then that just gives him limited time to have to read, audio that. And so, but I can't do anymore. I'm too old. I'm too old, man. I'm too old.
That was my play. So as I figured no one would follow me down this road, because it's like you can't outsource it ever. It's just like more. Now, did that make it a stupid thing to commit to? Yeah, but I just figured it would be a differentiator.
No. Also, it's led to people telling me that they want to hear my voice, like they hear Kareem's voice, and I'm like, "Fuck you, Kareem! Why'd you gotta go and do that?"
Yeah.
I want you to read it. I'm like, there's a Substack app. There's some
Greg,
you can listen
Greg,
to some.
Do you know what to do, Greg? You should do the drunk history version of like drunk stealing signals, and you're like, after the shipcast on Thursday nights, I will drunkenly read the entire stealing signals for things while slurring my
The problem
words.
is everybody wants it by Tuesday too, because a lot of people have Tuesday waivers still.
Kareem, how do you deal with like the punctuation? Like, I use so much punctuation and shit, and like Jake has like found a way to do that. How do you deal with like the punctuation and the numbers and?
So I use Grammarly.
How are you asking him how he deals with punctuation?
Yeah,
right, for audio translation. Yeah,
dude. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like that's like a big deal.
Oh,
yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Like parentheses and semicolons and.
I read it. Well, I think that's helpful that I narrate it, because like I know like kind of why I use that punctuation. Like I set this up as like I'll use the like long M dash with no space is kind of like a punchline, like a setup punchline thing. So I know that like that's why that sentence is structured that way. So I think it's just helpful to like, I have like weird ways that I use punctuation, but I know that, so it just makes it easier to narrate.
Yeah.
When you write, you're kind of like me. You're kind of saying it in your head as you're
I'm
writing.
saying in my head.
Are you that way, Silva? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so. Yeah.
Pat, like as a consumer, I'd actually appreciate it if you said kind of like semicolon out loud, like dash, like it would help me.
Fuck off, man.
Semicolon.
Idea for the written word.
He caught 5 passes. Semicolon. He had 7 targets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Give Jake that note, Silva. Please denote all of my punctuation verbally.
That's great. That's great.
No, but I do explain the charts on the thing, which takes time. That's the one. I'm like, maybe I might just by week 17. I don't know if you're just like, just look at the charts. I'm breezing by this thing. I gotta go watch the game.
How are you guys feeling from like an energy standpoint right now? I mean, it's week 7. We have 6 teams on bye. Like, I feel really good right now. 0 teams on bye next week. By the way, is the NFL like fucking cutting costs on their schedule makers? Because
they're
horrible. They're like horrible. I mean, they have like 10 noon games, and like,
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
I
so
dude, I
bad.
hate when they do that.
mean,
4
it's
p.m. thing is
ridiculous.
egregious. The
It's
late
so
game stuff
bad.
is egregious.
There's
Just
no
always do
argument
4.
for it. It's not for anyone.
Yeah. And then why are there 6 teams on bye this week and then 0 teams on bye next week?
Dude, tell me about it.
Why are the
Appreciate the
Jaguars playing in London 2 weeks in a row?
Doug Peterson
us, big
loves
dog.
fucking.
And then,
Fish and
dude,
chips,
the
dude.
Jaguars played in London. I don't really care like that much about like the actual results of the games. I'm trying to figure out the fancy stuff. But if I was like just a fan, I'd be so pissed that Bills played an away game against the Jaguars while the Jaguars got 2 games in London. Like, if you're going to give the Bills an away game in London, it should be the first game the Jaguars played there. They've had 2 weeks to acclimate.
Yeah, it was whack. We talked about it on the show. Remember, like 2 weeks before, I was like, I want to take the Jags in that game, whoever they're playing on their second game in London. You guys remember? And then I
Yeah, dude.
didn't pick that. I didn't pick that game. I was like, I don't want to pick against the Bills. And then it happened, and I was like, I told the guys on Ship Chasing I was going to pick the Jags in this one. God damn. Could have
Here's
taken
what
them
we
on the
need,
money
guys.
line. They were like 6-point dogs. That was huge.
Ugh.
We need a Kamara check down touchdown that would get us the higher on his receptions and get the game script back into Christian Kirk's favor.
Yes, we need a big.
Love it.
We need some Saints points for Kirk. There's still 5:40 left in the second, though.
There it is.
There's
There-
a catch.
He's already
There's a catch.
over.
2 or 3 guys.
We have 2 locked
We just
up.
need Kirk now.
Yes, we are. This is a Christian Kirk podcast now. Let's go.
Silva, do you have anything on the level of the Jamal Williams to lead the league in rushing touchdowns this year that you're sweating?
I took AJ Brown 50-1 offensive player of the year
Ooh, that's hot.
Hell
this
yes.
last week. I mean, AJ Brown is just,
He's-
look, I know that Tyreek Hill is on pace for over 2,000 yards, okay? But AJ Brown looks like the best receiver in the league. I mean,
He looks so good.
He's a
ooh,
baller, dude.
goodness gracious, dude. So I like that one. I don't know.
I wish I had some shades to put on right now.
I was loving
hot in here.
Anthony Richardson, offensive rookie of the year. Obviously, that yeah.
That
But
was gonna hit, man.
I got that at 50-1.
Ooh,
CJ Stroud
man,
is-
that's good.
That's a real good line, but CJ Stroud's winning that. Dude, he
Yeah,
looks too
yeah,
good.
yep, he is. I agree.
Well,
But
CJ
I think
Stroud's
the favorite.
Richardson could have.
He's the
on
favorite.
his
Richardson was live.
trajectory,
Yeah.
like Richardson was going to make a huge splash down the stretch.
He was live. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stroud just looks real good, though. I mean,
So
Silva, talk about Stroud for a minute, man. We haven't had a rookie quarterback play like this in a while, man. I'm really excited about him.
Yeah.
I was saying in the preseason, Bryce Young was going to be better than him. I thought he looked better than preseason. Bryce. I took Bryce.
I thought so too.
over
I was Bryce
Still win
over
rookie of the
Stroud,
year.
too.
Yeah, Stroud has looked incredible. The game has not been too fast for him. I was worried about the game not having the receivers he had at Ohio State, not having the line he had at Ohio State. You're already taking a step up in skill level, but he had so much around him at Ohio State. Dude is just on another level in terms of assimilating, and it should have been trickier than it is. He's good.
And I'm friends with a Texan scout, and he was like, he didn't love CJ Stroud. He was kind of worried about him, and I think that he's performed even better than even the Texans thought, or at least some people in the organization. And he's also done this behind an offensive line that has been missing, like freaking over half of the starting 5 for the majority of the season. And without a running game as well. I mean, the running game has been almost non-existent for the Texans. Tank Dell has been injured lately. CJ Stroud is elevating the players around him, which to me is the mark of greatness for a quarterback. Nico Collins blowing up, Dalton Schultz has been, really a big time factor lately. Again,
And
Tank
Tank,
Dell, when he was in there, was balling out. So,
Dude, and he got them to draft Tank Dell. The guy's already scouting as well as their scouts.
Yep, exactly. Yeah,
What do you think about the S2 cognitive testing? Not liking
Tough scene for the
CJ Stroud.
S2. Tough scene for the S2.
Tough scene for
yeah.
S2.
Yeah.
At
This
least
dude
we killed
comes
that
in-
on arrival, though, right? Like we won't have to deal with that shit next year.
Yeah.
that's done.
No more S2 stuff. That's nice.
This guy just showed that the off-field testing stuff does not translate to your ability to train. You just mentioned it, Sylvia. He doesn't even have an offensive line. He's making NFL reads and delivering balls to elevate receivers from day one behind no line, like half his line's injured, and they weren't even a great line going into the season necessarily. I mean, insane.
So I think that the vast majority of credit should go to C.J. Stroud himself, but I also think that some credit should go to Bobby Slowick.
Yeah.
And we talked about this on the Establish the Run podcast this week. But Bobby Slowick, he came up through PFF.
Yep. PFF.
And then, so he's gonna eventually become an NFL head coach who got his start at PFF. Like the cocoon is gonna fucking hate this guy.
Yes.
But I mean, he's like Bobby Slowick. I mean, he's our champion right now.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love that. He was a Brown. He was with the Browns, right? And then
I think he was 49ers, wasn't he?
oh,
I know that he was with Kyle Shanahan, who once upon a time was with the Browns.
I think he was with the 49ers.
I got
Okay.
that wrong then.
Yeah. That's right. You're on the right
Yeah.
track.
49ers.
Yeah, but I mean, he came up through PFF.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
What did you, Silva? Did you see the was it the Florio tweet about how analytics can't tell you who's on the field? What was the exact quote?
Look at Silva's face. God, I love Silva.
Did you see it?
I mean,
That was the side eyes emoji in real life. I want to get the side eyes.
Well, I mean,
It's just grumbling.
there are good people and there are bad people.
Does a tweet like that make you want to join the spreadsheet socialists?
I mean, yeah, kind of actually.
Yeah. Just know we have a great time with that stuff.
That was incredible. There are people and there are bad people. You were grumbling, man. Oh, that was fantastic.
Who do you? I feel like Silva. I feel like it's kind of a neck and neck race this year between the ball knowers and the spreadsheet socialists. There's lots of wins and losses on both sides.
I think that we should just actually all unite against Florio.
Reach across the aisle.
Yeah, reach across the aisle. Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Bipartisanship.
Okay.
Oh man.
Silva, do you watch any college ball?
I mean, I watched Notre Dame.
Have you been watching my Huskies at all?
I went to Notre Dame USC this past Saturday. I saw Caleb. He threw 3 picks. He got destroyed. I hung out with Mike Renner there. Mike Renner
nice.
went to Notre Dame.
Yeah, Bachelor. Yeah.
Yep,
Bachelorette.
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 Yeah, he's the coolest dude though, and he actually just left PFF and he's kind of going out on his own. I wish him the best. He's an excellent analyst and he's a really good person too.
He's done their draft guide for a lot of years. Been
Yeah,
like the lead guy in their draft guide for a lot of years, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
College guy.
Yeah, their draft guide's been awesome.
It's been great. Yeah.
It's a huge resource.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, Silva, I was going to ask you, although we got a super chat here, but because of your Notre Dame fandom, I've actually gotten lots of questions about this week. Like, where are you at on Michael Mayer rest of season? Because people are wondering, is it like Fugazi? Is it going to break out? Where are you at on that?
It's a fair question, especially because, we don't really know. Well, I mean, we saw Aiden O'Connell play in week 4 against the Chargers, and Mayer really wasn't playing in that game. So, and now they're facing the Bears, and Michael Mayer just came. He was PFF's #1 graded tight end this past week. He played 81% of the snaps. They went out of their way to give him the ball on the first drive. He had 3 catches for 35 yards on the first drive. He finished with 5 for 75. This is the worst position in fantasy again. Tight end. We can find 4 good tight ends every year. I swear to God.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I would be playing Michael Mayer this week as a fantasy starter. I don't know. I believe in him. I think he's a really good football player. He did not have the greatest athletic testing, but I think he's really good at the game.
Someone asked me Mayer
Yeah.
Musgrave rest of season. Where are you at on that?
Ooh, that's a good one. I don't know. What do you think, Karain?
Mayer now. I mean, I because I had to. It could be just my bag stock because I took a ton of Mayer. I just thought there's no reason that Michael Mayer should be free. I thought he was a really good prospect. I thought the athleticism stuff was overblown. There's a reason to be a little less bullish, but with athleticism, he looked like an elite tight end prospect. He was super productive. So, and he was still drafted in the early second round. So it's like he had draft capital behind him. So yeah, you'd knock him from that, but I still think he should like be drafted in best ball leagues. And he was like in the 18th round, just whenever you wanted to take him. So I have a big bags, but so I would go Mayer there. But yeah, I always kind of thought he could be like Zach Ertz. Like that's, like Zach Ertz isn't particularly athletic, or Mark Andrews didn't have very good athleticism either.
That's correct. That's my comparison is Mark Andrews, but also Michael Mayer like can block a little bit. So,
right. Ertz isn't like stylistically the greatest comparison, but also not super athletic.
Yeah. Fun fact on Mayer and Musgrave. Mayer last 2 years of college, over 800 yards both years. Musgrave 4 years of college, 633 yards across 4 seasons.
He was hurt a lot. And
but still, he was never a producer. Mayer had 2 800-yard seasons is the headline of that.
He is right? Notre Dame's all-time leading receiver at tight end, and they've had Tyler Eifert, Mark Bavaro, freaking a ton of draft picks lately. Like he's a prolific producer, and he was also on this team that had Ian Book, who blows at quarterback, and he like created Ian Book. I mean,
Ian Book ended the COVID restrictions.
He was so bad they just didn't care about COVID anymore.
It's true. that's when they lifted everything. Ian Book started the game for the Saints, there were no more.
We can't do this again. We can't have Ian Book play. That game was bad. Oh man, I remember that game against Miami in New Orleans. Oh, that was a bad game.
That was horrible. Well, Ian Book,
I believe that was originally Daigle's observation.
Ian Book sucked in college, but somehow is the all-time most winningest quarterback in Notre Dame history.
What?
Wow!
Because of Michael Mayer.
Yeah. Let's do. So Sean did this super chat a few weeks back with Josh Reynolds, and he's back again on a BBM4 scale of 0 to 10, with 0 being a trash can, a garbage pail, and a 10 being an absolute home run league winner. How big of a league winner is Travis Etienne? Please use exact number designations. I mean, I'm putting the 10 up on my thing right here. I don't know how you can go anything else.
We got to write it down.
Oh, my bad.
It's in a.
I just
like
didn't think this one was close.
The newlywed game. Yeah, it is a 10. Silva, where would you be on that? 0 to 10 on how big of a league winner Etienne is.
Right now, he's a 10. Yeah,
I think he's a 10.
That feels good to hear after we argued a lot about drafted Etienne.
So before I answered, I wanted to pull up his schedule. He closes with the Buccaneers, who are they're not like terrible against the run, but they can be run on. And then week 17, he gets the Panthers. I don't know if I could pick a better matchup than the Panthers for Etienne in week 17. That's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's also why we should still be stashing Tank Bigsby. He's not going to give you anything as a standalone, but I mean, dude, Etienne is just getting a lot of work that he's running into car crashes every week. Okay. More than any other running back in the league, really. So
I know this is not the point of what you're saying. I think the Bigsby point is a really good call. And I need to be emphasizing that more in my content, but Etienne looks a lot more explosive than Tank Bigsby. Like you watched him play.
Yeah.
It's just a different play. It's insane.
But it's more about because a third back is not getting work on Jags, right? Like the contingent play is so clean with Tank, and they used him a little bit in the passing game last week, like we talked about. Like he would just slide into that role. Now, would he be as effective as Etienne? Probably not, but like the workload would be sick.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Baldinger even did a little thing. Brian Baldinger even did a little thing on Tank Bigsby, just about, and again, he's getting like freaking 3-4 touches a week. But like when he gets the ball, like his lateral quickness, I mean, he's explosive laterally, and he ran like sub 4.5 in a straight line. I mean, he fucked up early. Like he lost a fumble in week 1. And he lost that potential goal line role that he was potentially going to have. But, again, Etienne is at like major car crash risk.
Yeah.
What
about that, Silva? What's your take? Pete, the chat is like Agnew's getting targets. Ridley's nowhere to be found. What's your take on Ridley right now? What's going on?
I'm not watching the game.
He has no targets.
But I know that.
Macro, though, even like heading into this game, like
I mean, I was a little bit worried about Marshawn Lattimore, but I'm not watching the game. So is Marshawn Lattimore on him?
He's probably shadowing.
You're asking
I would guess.
But how's he look on the dots? You watching the dots?
No, I'm watching the chat.
I'm more concerned about Jamal Agnew having 5 targets and 4 catches. Faked it they faked the punt.
They faked the punt. You love to see it.
Who's this other Jones?
Kirk
Who's this
TD.
fake Jones? It's not
Kirk
Zay. They have some
TD.
other Jones.
That's Tim Jones.
Tim Jones.
Yeah, that's a made up.
You don't know Tim Jones? Damn, dude,
Great
you don't know ball.
Nah, dude. I don't know ball.
Look at that. That was a sick toss. Silva, do you have a phone? Pull up Prime on your phone.
Yeah.
No, I'm watching my DraftKings scores.
All right.
I'm in
Silva.
79th in the Showdown Spy.
You
Nice.
basically turned into Davis Maddock. You're just watching the chat in your DraftKings app right now.
Are you also drafting a team? That's the true Davis.
Yeah.
That's rude. All right, yo, I want to go watch some football. All right, I'm
All right.
All right.
I'm done here.
We love you, man. Thanks for coming on.
Hey,
Thanks
thank
for
you so
coming
much
by, man.
for having me. Yeah.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, we're glad
was
you're
fun.
feeling better, dude.
All right, love you boys. Later.
Peace, man.
Later, man. What a goat.
Evan
What
Silva,
an absolute
the
goat.
GOAT, the king.
Truly. The Godfather. The true Godfather.
No one could ever take that place. The man is
I
a
think
legend.
Silva, like, if he just could figure out a tech setup where he could watch the game and talk with us, he would stay all night. But that was just too much. For him
Too much.
handle.
Too much.
It was. Yeah. He was like, dude, I'm missing the game right now.
Every time we talked about the game, he got a little bit
Yeah.
further out the door. He was like, "Wait, there's a game on." No, man.
Right.
Kirk,
Kirk.
keep going, buddy. Let's keep going, buddy.
All right. So that's
Going.
I think he's got 5 catches now.
He does, but for not enough yards.
No,
But
definitely.
that's all right.
not
It's only
enough.
halftime. Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I feel really good about where we're at right now across.
I
this.
mean, it's halftime, and we have 2 of 3 complete, and Kirk is well on his
No
way.
dead. Nothing's dead across our 8 selections right now. I don't know why this is so funny to me. And it's not a joke about Silva not affording Amazon Prime. It's just like he didn't bother to figure out how to get.
Well, he certainly doesn't have the
Yeah.
app. When you said that, I was like, he doesn't have the Prime app on his phone. He might have Prime to order
Kirk.
stuff.
Oh,
No.
That's
oh
picked
God!
off.
I just got excited
Wrong.
about a Lawrence INT. Think it was a Derek Carr INT.
But that's actually good for us game script
It is.
wise. They're gonna have to
It is
throw in the
good for
second
us,
half.
yeah.
We don't want a field goal here. That's great.
It is.
Yeah, that was perfect. We got 2 catches out of that and 9 yards or something.
Yeah.
Yes. What are you guys thinking for second half? Should we start?
Yeah, we should pull that up here. in
Yeah,
a
we
sec.
should start looking here.
Since we're gonna win this in the third quarter,
I
we
did
might
say-
as well give
I,
ourselves.
I want to make sure we're all on the same page here because I had the note when I sent Pat the screenshot of our halftime picks from last week where I said I should probably chill out a little bit with the unit sizes.
Nah, go big. We're gonna win. We're
I
gonna win.
don't care about chilling out.
The multimillionaire doesn't care.
Yeah, he's a
Right.
millionaire.
If you don't care, then we could just blast it off.
Yeah,
You guys
go
have
for it.
to both care because I'm not
I'm not the guy who's gonna care.
you guys better care.
The thing is I've lived when the big 5-leg halftime one we hit. That was when I was like, fuck it, let's go $100
Yeah.
or whatever.
I know it's dangerous because then you're like, that's how I won. I
Right.
won by
Yeah,
being
you
more confident.
crushed with Wandale going that's incomplete.
So I'm gonna tell you guys right now, there's nothing up.
That might not be incomplete.
Unless I'm doing something wrong. Normally it's
Contrarian
at the
Ridley
top
over.
here.
It's the same thing we dealt with at the end of the half last week,
But
remember?
there's-
And because of this interception, well, they're
But
just holding
last
it.
time there was some stuff. There's literally nothing.
I think probably because of what we went through where they were waiting to reload all the stats and everything. They're just waiting for a half. It'll come up. Yeah, that's incomplete.
That's definitely incomplete.
It's because of this review. It's because of all the stuff going on in the game right now. There's only a minute left. It's tough.
I believe Calvin Ridley doesn't have a single target this game.
He does not. And they just said contrarian Ridley over. I don't know if there's a number low enough for me to take Ridley's over right now. This does not feel like a game. I think it's exactly what you guys said in the chat about Lawrence's injury as well, right? This is a Ridley decoy game. It's not just the Kirk targets. It's also Jamal Agnew and Evan Ingram have 6, 6, and 5 targets. Everything. Etienne has 4. Tim Jones has the 1. Everything else has been to their low ADOT guys. I don't obviously have the data in front of me. Trevor Lawrence's ADOT is going to be like 4.5 in this game. It's been all low underneath stuff.
Yeah, they're making him go through his reads. I mean, that's you have time to pass on the Saints, but you don't get to just rip up the secondary. They have a good they cover very well. And the ball's
been out quick. He's going through his reads, but it's coming out quick underneath. I don't think you feel like a lot of stuff's going to happen for Ridley. If anything, I would be arguing for a Ridley under. If like I'm really curious to see what line they hang on him. It might be because he has no catches. It might be like 40 yards. I think I would argue for an under.
This
here's
is my
some stuff
promise.
up now.
This is my promise to the chat. I will accept any changes that Underdog sends our way for anything we put
Let's go
in our pick 'em entry.
You have stuff up, Pat?
Yeah, ETN is 64.5, which feels pretty good rushing.
I don't see it.
All right, let me get this up. All right, here we go.
You guys got it. I don't have it.
It's because you live in a morally
there it is.
upstanding state.
Ridley's only 18.5 yards. Oh, God. I said 40.
Gretch just said there's not a number that could be low enough, and then he's like, that might be low enough.
It might be. It could be one catch.
So
for
look
Calvin
at,
Ridley?
Hang on. Think about how crazy this is. So the rush attempts on ETN is hang on. Listen to this, guys. The rush attempts on ETN is 16 and a half. That's almost 10 rushing attempts to get 34.5 yards.
But they're plus. Oh, you're saying the math that way doesn't work out.
Yeah, I'm saying like how they're setting, they're expecting him to get 16.5 rushing attempts.
I want that. Yep. Yeah, that's the way I would play it for those two. I love that.
Wait,
that's good.
What do you
math.
mean? But that means we only need him to average like 3.
The difference between current and actual for rush attempts and rushing yards assumes like a 3.0 yards per carry the rest of the way. So one of them is wrong. And we like the yards over instead of
I'm saying they're expecting him to get fed in the second half, but have a really low yard.
But have a really low YPC. It doesn't make sense.
All right, let's definitely get the higher on the yards then.
Yeah.
Do you guys want
you have to play the higher yards or the lower attempts on that? Oh, fumble. Oh, their lineman picked it up. Oh, that was kind of fun.
Do you guys like the Ridley hire? Get in on that?
I'm scared. They're already telling you to accept new ETN overs. We got to keep an eye on this. What are we at? 65?
I've accepted, guys. I accepted it.
It's going to be like 75 by the time we get something in. Oh, it went down. All right.
I'll accept it.
Let's play Ridley.
I'll accept it.
Let me think about it. Yeah, I'm in. Where's Alvin at right now?
Dude, Underdog's too scared to hang any more Kamara receiving receptions props.
They're afraid. I don't blame him. He's already got 60 receiving yards, and that's 85.5 receiving yards. So he only needs 25 more in their negative script. Kamara receiving yards? Olave is only at 17.
What do you guys think about a pass catcher on Olave higher? Feels kind of good.
He's only at 17. Kamara's already at 60 receiving yards. Go up to Kamara's. It's like 80.
86.5.
Yeah, he only needs 27 more receiving yards. And
I
he's
like
already got
that.
7 catches in this. Olave's at 17. He needs 40 more receiving yards. Oh, yeah. Did he just jump up? No, he went down.
No, I'll accept that. Underdog, I accept. Do you guys want to lock this in?
Oh, he went down again.
What's the third one?
Lock this in. Lock it.
Okay, Calvin Ridley, right. Yeah, let's
hammer this. $700.
No, give us more.
You want 100?
No, I do like 200.
Yeah.
200.
100's good.
100's management around here.
We're trying to stay. We've never done 200. Oh, I guess we did 250.
We did 250 that one we won.
Yeah, that's true.
Etienne, we're going higher than 65.5 rushing yards. Calvin Ridley, just take one fucking catch, dude. Seriously. Alvin Kamara higher than 84.5.
What other receiving stuff do we have here? So Kamara's up to 86.5 right after we took that. People are hammering it. I mean, we know ball. What can you say?
Thomas Thunder says Dominic is baiting us in the chat. Said $500, you cowards.
Oh God! I mean, another millionaire. I mean, like these millionaires. Jesus.
He won twice.
Yeah. I mean, and still didn't make as much money as you. The 1.5 million doesn't quite get.
Hey, winning twice is it's more.
I mean, the pride is there for sure. Yeah. No, I mean,
it's just.
What do you guys?
Objectively more impressive.
What do you guys think about going lower on the Lawrence passing attempts? He's at 21 right now, 33.5. Like, how much do we think they throw?
That's not that many though.
Yeah, and they've been throwing a lot of short stuff. I think they will still throw short stuff.
What about the under on the Carr passing yards? Because I know they're going to be throwing a lot, but he just does not. He's going to check down. He's going to play cowardly.
No, man. Last week they tied the season high for air yards in a game. He was chucking it when they were in negative script.
All right.
He had 500 plus air yards.
Connect or
no, they didn't connect.
So sick for our interception.
Yes, I think I don't think he's going to be cowardly in negative script. I think he's going to chuck it.
Okay. All right. I hope you're right.
I think Olave over, Kamara over.
I think if we want to build, what if we built an ETN? So we already like this, right? Getting to
and then get some Saints.
What if we built a mega on Saints chucking?
Yeah, that's
what
I think.
Let's do that.
Do you like what's your favorite car? Is it the passing yards, attempts, completions?
Probably yards because of the high
yards and correlate that with Olave.
It's got to be Olave if we're going yards.
So you do Kamara.
Can we do yards on all those? Do they let you do that?
Yeah.
Get Shaheed in on this if we're doing yards too.
On yards?
Yeah.
What do you guys think about that? Go
Run
ETN rushing
like
and then rip in Saints passing.
Yeah.
$690.
I'm feeling a 2,000 burger. I'm doing it. What?
It won't let you because of the correlation. Oh, inactive?
What? Do we know ball too much? Are we getting cucked right here? What's going on? The falling projection.
Remove it and try to add it back. Remove the Kamara and ETN and try to add it back.
What the hell?
What?
Kamara receiving, Travis Etienne rushing.
Did they just wipe those off?
Let me refresh.
I think everybody's hammering those from our core halftime pickup.
Probably our core halftime pickup.
All right.
Can we get them back?
Can we get all five?
There we go.
There it is.
We got it. All right, here we go.
Live.
All right.
Just a mega Saints onslaught.
Love it.
All right. So heading into the second half, we need Kirk to get 2.5 more fantasy points. We need Derek Carr to throw an interception, Tank Bigsby to stay under 9.5 rushing yards. And then we need basically Kamara and ETN to keep rolling, Ridley to get like essentially one catch. And then we also played kind of a mega game script here of ETN rushes and Carr chucks it. This is fun.
This is the Carr chucks it. You look at so Olave needs a lot of yards, but if he hits Olave for a big one and Shaheed for a big one, we feel good about Kamara. But two 40-yarders one for Olave and Shaheed, which can happen in the second half, and he's going to be well on his way on the passing yards. They're going to both hit their overs. They don't need much more than that. I mean, Shaheed only needs 20 yards. I mean, this can happen.
It feels very plausible.
The coordinated ones are very fun because
they're very fun. You can tell yourself a story is what you can do. And that's what I'm doing.
It's like a DFS lineup, you know?
It is. A 20Xer. Let's go. Man, tonight's a good night for the sweats.
Oh yeah.
I mean, they've all been good nights, but tonight we're gonna hit some.
No, some of them have not been as good. The Javonte Williams one was not.
The Dodson one was so
we don't talk about Javonte Williams.
Dodson one was not good.
Oh God,
all right,
no.
I'm gonna post the form
Eagles
in the chat again.
Week 1 was our best one.
Here's
Week
the thing.
1 was our best one. That was so good. We should have, dude, and to be on AJ Brown and then not to hit, and like it would have hit every
other week. Oh.
AJ Brown has been like the nuts, and it's like just for whatever reason that was not the week to take him.
I'm just gonna keep drinking Coors Lights.
So just to set the stage here, our core pick 'em for the giveaway, the big sweat here is literally 5.26 fantasy points from Christian Kirk. That unlocks a $600 giveaway tonight.
And this will be the first time that I had no say in our 3-man core, and it might be the first time we've hit.
No, but you were
not feeling great. Not feeling great for me.
No,
not looking good for old Gretch over here.
No, Gretch, I'll give you credit. You pointed out, and I think very correctly, this is a total at 40 some points where the Jags were expected to lose, and having 2 hires on Kirk and Etienne. Like there is definitely risk in that kind of setup overall. And I do think this Kirk sweat is going to be gross. I'm going to be very honest.
I do too.
This Kirk sweat is going to be gross.
It's going to be fun. Fun in a gross way, yeah.
And gross.
Yeah. In a gross way. It'd be fun in a gross way.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
No,
Joey,
I feel great about this. My first response when I saw the 121 comments from you guys was, I guarantee when I read all these, I'm gonna be in. You guys are gonna persuade me. I'm gonna be in. So, because we were like under a time clock, and I was like, you should roll with it because I'm gonna like what you guys came. What did I write? If we gotta go, let's do it. I can read through the 121 messages real quick too. Doubt I'll read it all and disagree, and hadn't looked at the matchup much, so prob fine to just fire. I was like, let's go.
Normally it's you
There's
guys.
no way I'm reading your guys' persuasion and disagreeing. It's just not happening.
Yeah, you usually have come in the last week or two. You've come in and been like kind of in the Gretsch thing. Although we've gotten your input at least. It's just been
I actually had time today. This is the first I've had like a normal Thursday for the first time.
You guys crush it, Pete. You've been crushing some on your other streams as well. A couple fivers.
That's I crowdsource. This is my genius thing is I just crowdsource it with the chat, and then I kind of apply a light filter of like, I don't know if I like that. I like that. But yeah, we had on Off and on the Clock, this show I do on Fridays on the Underdog channel with the Badge Bros. We hit one there, and then the Cram a couple weeks ago we hit that one.
You nailed that one.
If we're hitting a 4 or 5 legger once every couple of weeks, you're doing good.
You're doing great.
You're doing good.
Me and Dalton had a 5-legger. I had it was mostly me. I have him playing because I can't play him. I had 4 of the 5, and all I needed was DeAndre Swift's rushing yards over in the afternoon. The other 4 were done in the morning. And then he didn't run at all. He caught 8 passes. I was like,
so Gretch, can I make a request?
Yeah.
So I've been loving. So if you guys aren't subscribed to Stealing Lines, the betting operation that Gretch does with Dalton Cates, it's awesome. The first couple of weeks, you guys had a ton of underdog entries to tail, and now you guys are down to like 1. In the past 2 weeks, you guys have been so fucking close, like literally like a half yard or a single completion, 4 out of 5 on your 5. I need you guys to keep them pumping. Keep these coming because they're very fun to tail.
The biggest reason we haven't the last couple of weeks has just been logistics. He traveled to Vegas last week, and you can't do them in Vegas. And I had something the week prior. Maybe that's when I had COVID or something. I can't remember. But and I went to the Husky game last week, and he went to Vegas. Anyway, we're gonna keep firing for sure. We do a weekly call.
This was the one. I'm pulling this one up last week. Or was this last week? No, it was a couple weeks ago. This was the one, the Philly Rams game, and you were literally a half a passing attempt from Matthew Stafford for hitting that. Yes. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? And what you guys have been doing.
We already had another 5 in week 1 that was a half Ryan Tannehill completion. He completed a pass in overtime that pushed him over. We had the under on his completions.
Oh.
That was another $5 in week 1. Oh, yeah.
Gretch, tell the people about stealing lines.
It's you sign up through Substack, but it's not really a newsletter. Most of our stuff is through Discord. When you sign up through Substack, you'll get the email to and how to get access to the Discord. It's stealinglines.substack.com, and yeah, there you go.
Yeah, you guys, and it's not just Underdog. That's the one that's easy for me to click, because when you have a link that directly fills your pick 'em entry for you, it's very easy to tail. But Dalton and Gretch are really good at getting the ladders too, which I think are really fun.
Dalton does awesome work on the props. So the way that we have a little partnership, I pick sides and totals. Obviously, tough markets to beat. I do the best I can. Dalton grinds the props, and he handles that side of it. And then we've been doing a lot more with Underdog this year as well, which is obviously different. The pick'ems are a fun game to play as well. So a couple different ways you can get action.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna be right back. I need to go take a tinkle, guys.
I do too. So bad.
They got them, dude. So I've been kind of dealing with like some kind of bug. I tested negative for COVID, but it could very well be COVID. I'm going to drink one beer tonight. I'm going to time it out. Maybe when hopefully when Christian Kirk goes over, that might be when I crack a sour. Do one beer.
Nice.
One beer.
Feeling good.
Yeah.
I did a glass of whiskey to start, and I'm on my 4th fucking Coors Light. We're going a little heavy. It's only halftime.
You got to be grateful for the little things, And for me, it's that I got a little thick on the 6 bye week. That's when you get. That's when, if you're running hot as a content creator, that's when you get sick, when there's 6 buys.
Dude, I felt the same thing. I got COVID, and my worst day was Saturday, and I had nothing to do on Saturday. And then I was able to kind of bounce back on Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, write my article that week. But I was like, oh my God, if that would have been Monday that I was like feeling that, stealing signals, it would have sucked. It would have been really rough to try to you can't just not write stealing signals. That's what people are paying for.
Well, dude, that's why I was feeling probably worse on Tuesday, and I just started outlining the article because I was like, I can't write right now. I don't feel like it. I'm not gonna say anything interesting. So, but then I'd just outline the article with all the charts, and I was like, that really worked. I might need to just do that as my normal process. But it was kind of born out of necessity.
I love that idea of putting all the graphics and stuff to outline.
Yeah,
that's super smart, because you can tell when you read your walkthrough that each game is telling a story with those. I mean, those are the visuals are a huge part of it.
They're a huge part.
To lay those out and then come back with the text. That's how I do at the end of part 2, I do a little high value touch thing. I always lay the graphics out and then I throw some notes on, and I do those parts quicker as a result. It's helpful to start with the visuals.
It's one of those things where
first play, Olave catch. We're already moving on that.
When you outline and you're not writing, it's tough because you're this is time I could be writing, and now I have less time to write. And am I going to actually make up for the outlining time? And so I think the answer is very clearly yes, but it's always a scary thing when you're
yes.
I know if I do it the way I always do it, that I'll get there. It might be by the skin of my teeth, but I will get there. So I think,
dude, we have the same stuff. It's so hard when you don't have a lot of time. I do this on Tuesdays, and every Tuesday now, since I added that high value touch section and all that, and the biggest signals and biggest noise I added, I do that stuff before I write the games. I write my intro, and then I do all that, and I do all this structural stuff on my piece before I write the games. And I'm it's afternoon by the time I finish all that. And I'm I haven't even started writing the games. It used to be that I would sit and just write games. And now I'm writing an introduction and all this other stuff. And it's taking me the whole freaking morning. And I always feel a little bit of stress at that point. But I've done it enough over the last couple of years that I'm pretty comfortable with it. But I'm I can still get there. I can still get there with the games. But it's funny to me. I've added so much stuff to stealing signals over the years where I'm like, man, I'll be after noon, lost my whole morning working, and I haven't even started a game yet. I haven't even touched the actual games.
That's scary, man. Because I basically track like how many teams I have left to write like throughout the whole thing. I go and check them off just because it makes me feel like so much better. But it's like I have like certain checkpoints. Like I know basically if I have 4 or less on Thursday morning, I'll be okay. It might be like a late night if there's 4, but I'll probably be fine. But yeah, I'm worried about next week. I almost feel like next week I'm going to like buckle down and get all of them done like in a really timely manner and then like retire. I think that might be all I have left.
That's it. It's just done.
I can't deal with it.
It wasn't a pass, but at this point, like for the Kirk, I am just rooting for a Saints score.
And for the Carr one, I'm kind of pumped about the Carr sweat now.
Yeah,
that was 4th down, so keep the drive going. Let's get. But I thought that might have been a Kamara pass because we have. It's interesting that we took the Carr over Olave, Shaheed, and Kamara overs. Like it's kind of tough to get all 3 right. So I would love to get some of those early Saints. I like that 5er, man. That's the one I'm going to be fixated on.
Well, I want to get
more Olave. He's the one that we need the most
money on tonight.
This is gonna be a good night. Take some Adderall next week. Dude, I just took like 7 cups of coffee. Adderall was in my 20s, man. I'm 36 now. I just drink a fuck ton of coffee.
I need some of those Silva Hospital horse tranquilizers, man. That sounds good.
I know, man. I took Toradol one time. I can confirm it's pretty good. I had kidney stone. Knocks the pain away.
I mean, Brett Favre made it sound awesome. I want to try it. Taysom first down. Let's go, Saints. We want this game to shoot out, baby.
Yeah.
Because we have the over on Kirk, and then we took all these overs on. We have no unders. This is just an overnight, and it's going to shoot out.
It's the Bigsby.
Well, it was one Bigsby under.
It's just the Bigsby.
Yeah, but which the game shoots out, then we don't have to worry about Bigsby because they're going to play
we don't want garbage time, truly, because that would,
exactly. We just don't want a Jags blowout. That
they play Etienne when the game's close. They just play Etienne.
Yeah.
The game script for basically everything we have right now is very nice.
Yep. Oh, there's.
Oh my god!
There was almost INT, dude.
Oh my god,
dude, he is just
really hard to give us that.
Flirting with it, dude. He's just teasing us with these almost picks.
Did he hit the defender? I feel like the defender was like, I haven't seen the replay yet, but I feel like he was not ready for the ball, and it just like it didn't even show a replay.
No,
Steph. It is Steph Miller, the waiver wire queen, here joining us for her weekly segment on the Shipcast. How you doing, Steph?
I'm doing great. How are you guys?
We're doing good. You know, we finally are not dead in the water on our pick 'em sweat, so we're feeling good and energized tonight.
No, I tailed, so I'm excited.
All right.
Finally get on the positive side.
There you go. And your Cowboys got a big win on the road on Monday night. You got to be feeling good.
Yeah, it was good to see them, beat Kellen Moore. So give Jerry a reason to keep. Sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I feel like that was a bad loss for the Chargers. It's like you come off the bye week, Kellen Moore revenge game against his former team at home, and you lose to the Cowboys. That's a bad loss.
Yeah. Neither offense looked that good, honestly.
No.
So, but I'm a little worried that now Jerry won't fire Mike because he thinks that he made the right decision.
Oh, I'm sure. Mac wants to quit the foreplay. He wants to get right to the good stuff. He wants to know, what was the average range on bids you saw for Zach Evans this week?
I think the highest I saw was like a little over 500, like a 507. And then I think I saw the lowest was like around a 150 or 180, maybe somewhere in there. But most of them were probably 3 to 4 for Evans, somewhere in there.
And
range.
That was I feel like, we were in some of our private chats and there was so much. It was one of the few times I felt like you had this hyper ambiguous situation and you also had kind of a slow drip of information that was kind of tilting things in real time. Shout out to the Coach Speak Index Twitter account for posting all the McVay quotes. But I feel like we were throwing a lot at you, Steph, as far as like how we felt about the Rams backfield yesterday.
A little bit. And I was trying to digest stuff myself. I mean, I was getting in the weeds too, trying to parse through everything. And, it's like sometimes when I'm writing, I'm like also waiting on the information when there's so much of the ambiguous situations. And then I have other people that are like, some of the homely people have like giving me feedback of, waivers run a little early. Can you try to get the article out earlier? And it's like, I could, but then I'd be missing so many pieces as well. Like, we don't know injury situations. We didn't know the backfield. And this week, especially, like, that was the entirety of the waivers pretty much.
For sure. And what ended up being, I know we all were kind of giving thoughts, like what was your overall kind of thought on this Rams backfield, both kind of this week, and then I think you do have to factor in like a multi-week horizon with Kyren likely out multiple weeks.
Yeah. So, I mean, for me, I think it was kind of like originally, we're like, okay, why are they signing all these guys? Okay, they have 2 guys that are injured. Or is it that Evans isn't ready or that they have 2 injuries? Then, when we hear that the injury was a little bit worse for Kyren, I was like, maybe that's not as big of a knock on Evans. Maybe it's because the injury side was a little more severe than we first thought. And then we hear the coach speak. So then I was like, well, it doesn't sound like he's ready. So, I kind of went back and forth. But I mean, I think there's a ceiling there. We just don't know who's going to get it. And I feel like maybe a few guys are kind of going to have a shot, and whoever.
That's how it feels. I think
they the opportunity, because, they don't like to play a committee. So there could be somebody that is a big winner.
They don't like to. They have at times when they haven't necessarily known like who they had. There were some times last year where they were playing multiple backs for a stretch. But somebody like you said, as soon as we found out that Kyren's going to be out for multiple weeks, that's when it was like, well, someone could probably rise to the top by the end of that span. Like if it was only going to be 1 week. But yeah, I mean, now it's interesting.
How mad is Cam Akers that he finally got traded?
I know. It's like he would have had the runway. He like legit he forced his way out of there, right? He was trade me, get me the hell out of here. Well, and it's so funny. Like if you were to put on paper, it's like, what are the type of contenders to take over a backfield? It's be like the the maligned rookie prospect who had an intriguing profile but fall out of favor. And then you'd have the old Rams mainstay who returns to the team and knows the offense. And then it's like, oh, Myles Gaskin, who's basically like a facsimile of who Kyren Williams is. It's like not a hyper athletic, but a guy with a 3-down skill set. Choose your fighter. And it's like,
his college coach is an assistant head coach. Yes. Miles Gaskin's college coach is an assistant head coach. It's like Playmakers. You guys remember the show? And Pete, you did the whole watch thing for Playmakers. It's like somebody scripted this. Oh man, that's great.
So I know, Steph, we came in kind of hot late, and I know I was kind of encouraging you to like slightly bring down Evans bids and slightly boost Gaskin bids. There was not a lot of Gaskin enthusiasm across the landscape based on how those bids shook out, right?
We are now the proud owners of 9 shares of Gaskin, and we could have gotten that for the original price. Because we were pretty much the only bidders in plenty of places. But like Gretch pointed out, I saw that too, that his old coach is the assistant head coach. And as you pointed out too, he's got the most in common, with his skill set to Kyren as well. Yeah. And I mean, who's not to say, Kyren was not some great prospect either. So, who's not to say if somebody plays well in his absence that they couldn't even earn a role when he comes back,
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. Steph, what else? I'll pull up your article. If for some reason you guys aren't familiar, Steph does an awesome weekly newsletter / post on the waiver wire landscape. It is called Fabulous Football. I will post the link here. Free newsletter, drops once a week. Make sure you guys get subscribed here. Steph, what else kind of jumped out to you this week on waivers?
I mean, the other big, well, we had the CMC situation, but those guys weren't available on that many, so we didn't really have too much there. We had a couple opportunities for Jordan Mason, but Michael Mayer was the other big one, and thanks to Evan Silva for giving us the backing that we needed to feel confident to play him this week, even with the backup quarterback. So we got several shares of Mayer, which felt good. I think we got a McBride. You know, he was another one that finally seems like he's going to take over, and Ertz is starting to go on the downward trend.
What did Mayer
like
end up going in FFPC? Because we were really curious about what that range was going to be.
He was lower than I thought, mostly. I bid quite a bit in my own league, which I kind of at the very end decided to up it, which I'm glad I did there because I don't think I would have got him, but I way overbid.
Yeah.
But he ended up the second highest bid was like 350 something, and I ended up bidding in the 4s for him in that one. But most of them he went maybe around 150 to low 2s, somewhere in there.
I was definitely
Some
low on
3s
that.
a couple places.
I thought
We
people were gonna
picked
be
him up for
hotter
3, I
on
think,
him.
in Buckeye Boomers. Didn't we get him in the 3s?
That was prime
Yeah.
time, though, non-FFPC premium.
Right, non-tight end premium, yeah. But we had some of him the week before. We were early on that, right?
I did for one of yours. Yeah, I had planned that. And I honestly almost picked him up in mine. I just didn't know who the drop was and didn't want to have a discussion with my league mates about who to drop. So I should have probably pushed it, because we had a bad tight end situation. We have no Joko.
Yeah.
We had no Joko and Chig, who both of those situations were bad. So that's another reason I bid so aggressively on Mayer there. I wanted to land him and get out of that.
Did we end up with any shares of Trey McBride?
One.
Okay.
And that was one that you didn't get Mayer, but you actually somehow got Kyler Murray and Trey McBride for $1, because that league has like no money and has no quarterback, had no tight end, had no deep, like everything somehow fell into place and all the dollar bids went through. And I don't know how that happened, because Kyler went for $200-300 pretty much everywhere else.
That is honestly one of the selling points of using your FAAB aggressively early, like say on like a Puka or like one of these true difference makers, is that you can sneak through these $1 and $2 bids. Whereas say you save that money, you bid $100 on Kyler, right? Like, and it's like, well, you could have gotten him for $2. It is crazy how that works.
Yeah. I think we bid $200 in Buckeye Boomer as well. And that's a league where we had a ton of money. So we got Kyler, we got Mayer. We spent another $100 on someone who I can't remember who.
Gaskin,
right? I think maybe that was more like 75.
Yeah, that was like you're a little hot, but pretty close. I think it was like 180 on Kyler.
Okay, yeah,
350 or 380 somewhere in there on Mayer, and then
that's actually higher than I thought.
80-ish. Well, he went, like I said, he went pretty high in a lot of them.
I would have paid $850 on there.
Yeah, Gretch, you were even hotter than me on Mayer. You were
ready to go.
Hot. Yeah.
I'm so
I
have so much Mayer in best ball. I'm loving the enthusiasm.
Dude, he has looked really good the last 2 weeks. And then his role has bumped up. I wrote about him after week 5 because it talked about him on Monday Night Football as well. Early in the game, Joe Buck talked about the team. I always talk about what they tell him in the production meetings. The team told them they wanted to get the tight ends more involved. And I was like, oh, that's interesting. But in that game, Mayer's routes only got up to 49%, and it was like a 50-50 with him and Hooper. And then but I still wrote that up, and St. Simmons was like, you can kind of stash this guy in tight end premium. It's looking good right now. And Steph was all over it. We stashed him in a bunch of spots. She mentioned this to us this week. She already had him, and then this week he gets all the way up to 70% routes. He gets 3 catches on Garoppolo's first 4 passes. Right, like they come out and they're throwing the ball to Michael Mayer, like with intent. Like the first read stuff that we talked about earlier, Pat. Like Michael Mayer is the guy.
You believe it when it's Michael Mayer. When it's Michael Mayer, the first read shouldn't matter.
Exactly. Anyway, he went on to have a really strong day.
Yeah, and I've seen this kind of take a bit like everyone's worried, oh, does the squeaky Devontae Adams wheel send the targets back? I feel like this cuts both ways. Like there's legitimate, I think, risk with Devontae Adams like melting down or whatever unhappiness where, Mayer has a really big role by the end of the season.
Right. And that's the other part of it that I was writing up the last couple of weeks is this is such a concentrated team right now. Everything flows through Adams, Jacoby Myers, and Josh Jacobs. No one else touches the ball. So the fact that they finally got a 4th guy involved is notable. And especially if somebody were to get hurt from those big 3, or like you said, if Adams is somehow deactivated, gets a small injury, decides he wants to be off the field for the next month, even though he's like probably healthy, whatever, gets traded is the big one that people have talked about. If one of these guys is no longer involved, Mayer is going to have runway. There's going to be opportunity.
Right. The condensed offense isn't a negative. It's a selling point for Mayer. If he's already earning targets like this, then imagine the contingent upside. The contingent upside is fucking wild for Mayer if there was an injury or something happened with Adams.
People are like, he's not going to be as high upside as Laporta. I legitimately think Michael Mayer has Laporta upside, like for a stretch later in the year. And what Laporta's done has been hard to fathom for a rookie.
Whoa, baby!
Pick?
Oh!
Yeah, dude.
Stop him. I wanted it stopped.
We got the INT.
Is it a pick 6 or not?
We need Christian Kirk.
Could that be down at the one little screen out to Christian Kirk?
No, they called it a TD.
I've heard a lot. I'm seeing the chat. A lot of people talking about Mayer's athleticism, but I mean, he was the more complete tight end, right?
But that doesn't matter for production.
The athleticism stuff. I think that, this is the thing that I've heard the most about, on Twitter from people who are kind of newer to Liam's always telling me about the athletic stuff. Liam.
Yeah.
Just because Dawson Knox is athletic is not fucking George Kittle, okay? Liam just catching screws.
Here comes the rascal.
Right? That's what I'm substituting right now. But it's dude, the athleticism, we shouldn't write productive players off for athleticism if a team's interested in them. And then we should also, with a guy like Mayer, ask ourselves, is the athleticism sufficient? Is it sufficient athleticism?
Is it disqualifying?
Yeah, is it disqualifying? And in Mayer's case, it wasn't even close to disqualifying. He looks a lot like Mark Andrews. He looks a lot like Zach Ertz. Okay, then you go, all right, hang on. You're comparing a guy to these hyper-productive college players. He better be hyper-productive and drafted early. It's actually he's drafted a round earlier than Mark Andrews. And he's been super productive at a big-time program. So, I think, it's fair to – and then what are we doing? Are we drafting him high? No, we're drafting him in the 18th round of best ball drafts and picking him off waivers. So I think that optimism relative to price is
if athleticism is all that mattered at tight end, our Kyle Pitts shares would be they'd be golden. Silva's back. What's up, baby?
Well, because that's how you cook right there. You see that?
That's how you cook Jaguars defense.
You got the Jaguars.
Oh, yeah. In the captain.
In the
captain spot.
Yes.
Plus, I wanted to say what's up to Steph because she's she's been killing it in these streets. So.
Thanks.
Oh yeah.
Yo, Jags, though. Jags D. Let's go.
Let's go, Jags.
We need
man.
Another one.
You made my night, Silva. I've been an ETR subscriber since day one, so I've looked up to you for a long time, man.
That's awesome. All right.
Silva, what spot are you in the red zone right now?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. I mean, I don't know.
He hung up on us. And he'll call back once
that was so odd. He just switched the screen.
This is so good. He went off a safari, so he's no longer active.
We figured out the app. No. That's not how we do that.
Thank you, Dr. Evil, for letting us know that Silva's at 19.
Yes.
Oh my god.
What a moment.
Where is Silva?
Are you okay?
Tech Lord.
Steph, while we leave Silva's screen up here, how did our portfolio do on the whole this week?
I mean, we did pretty good. We had the all play going on for FFPC. So if anyone's not familiar, they kind of do that where you play everyone once a week or one time during the season so that you only have to play all your competitors once during the regular season. So almost all our teams finished in the top half. I think there's only one or two that didn't, but
Nice.
Yeah.
we did really good. And a lot of them were like the top team or the top two.
Do you think Silva can hear us?
No.
He's got us on the big screen, so
No, he totally forgot. He got a text. He's answering.
Okay, he did go. He did finally go.
Okay.
Amazing.
Steph, I did want to talk to you about something. I was reading your newsletter, and I've been telling like lots of kids who, 12-year-olds, 13-year-olds in fantasy leagues, and I was reading this line. I was like, you should subscribe to this newsletter, and then I'm reading you say, I'll say it again louder for people in the back. This team fucks in all caps. And I just wanted you to know, like, there's a lot of kids reading your newsletter now, Steph. You can't really be saying that.
I'm sorry, and I work with children, so I'm a bad
The
influence.
kids are fucking.
I mean, that was honestly my biggest fear working with kids is I was like, I'm going to get fired from my job the first day because I'm going to drop an F-bomb.
How do you not?
I'm sure I have. Well, I work with nonverbal kids too a lot, so they can't tell on me. I'm sorry, that's wrong, but true. It's okay to laugh. No,
I'm laughing.
I work with kids with autism. So
as Tyler says, it's definitely the team across our portfolio that is the most exciting. It has Cooper Kupp, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Keenan Allen. This was the draft. I land in Vegas and I pull up my Discord because I was running late to the draft. And you guys are like, we just took Cooper Kupp. And I'm like, what round? And what was it? Was it fourth or fifth?
Fourth round.
Fourth round.
Fourth round.
I believe it's
I
fourth.
was like, all right. Trust you guys. Holy shit, that is looking very nice.
Gorgeous.
Right
yeah, I'm not at all jealous that I didn't pick to do that draft instead. No.
Well, that's a draft because we tried to get Brees to come back in the fourth. It's so funny. We got Brees in like the fifth of NFC drafts, but we couldn't even get him in the fourth of these FFPC drafts in Vegas. But we had a guy
tied up.
Yeah, at the 12 spot, there was a dude just drafting off your rankings, Ben. He's like a long-time Signal subscriber.
And we were talking about it, and because he kept looking over, and I was like, he must be watching Ship Chasing. He's looking over a lot. And then we got to the food break, and I ran and got food, and I came back, and you guys were like, he came over, and he said he's a Signal subscriber, and he wanted to meet you or something. What happened?
Every pick we were starting to ID, this guy was picking off, and then he comes over, and he's like, I'm a stealing Signal subscriber.
Uses my rankings for the 12 hole.
It was funny because like early on we're like, okay, this guy's like ship chasing minded, but then it's like, but who? Like who is he? Like, and we did. I was talking to Daryl, and we were both feeling like this guy's a stealing signals guy. It's not just ship chasing; it's stealing signals.
Yeah, he was going for
it. It was. I wonder how his team's doing. It's a pretty good team.
Yeah, I know. I just was thinking the same thing. I want to go check.
Yeah,
draft well. He took Brees.
Yeah, he took Brees. Sniped us on Brees. It was painful.
Steph, where are you at on the scale of I'm having the time of my life to I massively regret taking on this waiver wire project? Where are we on that scale right now?
And be honest.
Be honest.
No, I'm having a blast. I really am. I love it.
Good.
Okay.
I'm having fun.
Love it.
I mean, last week was a little bit of a
Did you take a lie detector test and say that?
I mean, I've had some wine, so I could probably pass.
Love it.
But
how's your Scott Fishbowl team doing? You're still just crushing over there?
Undefeated, but I'm a
Nice.
little worried
Go.
because I have Kyron Williams and David Montgomery.
Oh, you got any reinforcements on that bench?
I now have, I think, Henderson and Gaskin.
There you
And I think I picked up someone else, but I don't remember who. Because I have no more money, but you can pick up guys for free, so I do that a lot. I just kind of scour. I've been doing that.
Like my Scott Fish and my team isn't good, even though I have Cooper Kupp and Puka, so I don't know how that happened. But people are not in my waiver wire on Scott Fishbowl really that active. Have you been able to kind of just pick up whoever you want?
Pretty much. I mean, that's why I think I bid heavier on a couple guys early on and spent a lot of my money. And then I was like, okay, there's no reason to be spending money. And I waited till after they processed and just picked up whoever I wanted for the most part. I mean, I did mine live too. So it was a little different because it was fun because I got to kind of, get to know the people there. And, we had a fun group. We were all drinking and hanging out. So
yeah. We got Kyle, Ship Chasing, VIP in the chat sitting in 14th. You guys are crushing it.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah, so I'm in 6th right now. I went down but it's like by a fraction of not even 1 point. And I'm like 5 points out of like 3rd, I think, it's not much separating.
Well, hopefully you get Montgomery back soon and you can get back to rolling.
I think I'll be okay. I mean, I have guys that could probably get me enough at running back. I mean, like I said, I've done the 0 RB thing. I've been churning like crazy anyways the whole time.
Yeah.
I still have Mostert. So he could get enough points.
Mostert's helpful. Mostert's very helpful.
Very helpful.
I've been listening to some Dolphins podcasts, Steph, and they're calling for Mostert to win MVP. So I think you're in good hands.
I love that they don't even want Tua. They want Mostert.
Why is it more people talking about Mostert for the MVP?
Dolphins have had like no good beat reporters for a long time. Their podcasts. I mean, is anyone smart for the Dolphins?
I was talking about this on Lulz today. Like, I treat my podcast inbox where I never unsubscribe. I never unsubscribe from podcasts. I just subscribe. And it was back in the Laird days. I subscribed to a few of these like hyper niche in the same way Pat used to grind the like fucking Bucks pewter.
No, but dude, I downloaded Google Podcasts for that. That's just, it's all on Google Podcasts. Like that app's destroyed because it's all just team level pods.
But I just keep it in there, and I'm so like swiping through podcasts today in my feed. It's like, why aren't more people talking about Raheem Mostert for MVP? I'm like, well, there's a lot of reasons why.
Number one.
Yeah. Steph, any other thoughts on week 7? Any fiery, spicy takes? Any of our co-managers you want to throw under the bus? Last week we had Bateman Gate. I mean, this is an open forum to really let it all out.
Well, our boomer friends have boomered again, but I saved the day.
What did they do?
Well,
I was part of the boomer.
There was a last minute thing there. Yeah,
I was in the boomer.
They wanted to learn how to use the site themselves and actually place the bid.
There's your first mistake.
So, they put some out, and then I was like, okay, I want to actually, there's some guys you might want, and you have all this money. Like, there's no reason to hoard your money at this point. Like, spend it, if there's somebody that can help your team. So I was like, okay, I'm going to adjust this and put some real bids in. And, and I told Pat, I said, okay, I'm about to post the picture. I said, I need you to come and make sure they don't, go against, because I know that you guys want to actually bid on Evans and Gaskin and Mayer and stuff. So I was like, if you actually might want them, you might want to intervene and get in quick because they figured out how to adjust bids.
The boomers have figured out how to bid.
So funny.
Not even,
Josh, especially.
So not even 5 minutes. I go back and I waited till last to actually do their waivers because I knew that it would take time, and I was afraid I wouldn't get the others done if I, in a different order. So I went back.
You need to have everything done before the boomers. 2 minutes left. We were telling Steph, raise this up, do this. Steph, and this is me. I was like Steph, there's like 3 minutes left. Add another group where we're dropping Trey Palmer and picking up a second Rams back, like so we could get maybe Gaskin and Evans. And so she's like, and then
to do that, yeah.
Evan is like, Josh, yeah, that's a good idea. Add that. And Steph is like, do not add that. I am adding it.
Because then there was, not only did the bids change back down from what I put on, but then there was like an extra group with the same draw. Like, and I'm like, okay, I don't know what will be valid and what won't. Stop making groups. Stop doing anything. Just leave it. So I was going to do the same thing. I was like, I was thinking, okay, Irvin and Palmer. Because a lot of times I just wait, until I can get some feedback. But I'm like, hey, is it okay if you guys want multiples of these guys? I'm going to drop, a few people. Because I knew that Palmer, for some reason, was a favorite in that group as well. So I didn't want to break any hearts. I wanted to be a little careful. But Bateman already went, so it's like how much worse
Bateman
could it
was already gone.
Yeah. Well, this is why Steph is people toss around the term like the Lord's work. Like Stephanie is doing the Lord's work. Like like Christ returned so Steph could do this kind of work where she's stealing.
Not an overstatement. Not an overstatement at all. What's up, Dom Bernardi?
That might be slightly too sacrilegious, but Stephanie is doing incredible.
It might be sacrilegious. It might be.
You get my point.
No,
I'm not Jewish, so this is really extra funny.
On stat chasing.
Yeah. Steph, we appreciate you as always. Absolutely crushing it for us, cleaning up all of our mistakes, getting us 1 week ahead on all the hot waiver ads. We appreciate you as always.
Well, working with you guys is awesome. You guys have all been great. So,
and I'm sorry, Steph.
All the teams.
Being a boomer was a lot of fun, and I think I'm going to do it again next week. So,
Yeah. Follow Steph on Twitter. We got the chat. I got it down below too. Follow her Substack, completely free. Sign up, get your email. You'll get that in your inbox once a week. And it's not just about our teams. It's not just about high stakes. She does high level overview on all of the relevant waiver wire pickups. If you say not in my league, trust me, Steph has some players that are available in your league. Steph, always a pleasure catching up with you on Thursday nights. Keep crushing, and we'll see you next Thursday.
Sounds good. All right. See you guys then. Let's hope we win some of these pick'ems.
Let's do it.
It. All right, I got a couple things to highlight. The chat was really wrong about the Mayor Laporta athleticism thing. Pat, you asked how that guy was doing. He's 4-2. He's tied the dude in that one thing. And also, the Saints are about to score a touchdown, which we need.
Which we need, yeah. But it's 3rd and goal. They've been stopped twice with the run. Which I don't
Where are we at on
like a minute and a half?
Let's go to our pick'ems, Pete.
Yeah.
You want to pull some of those up?
Well, it's
encouraging.
Kirk,
man. Kirk is obviously the big one. We need this touchdown, and then we need a Kirk drive. So Kirk, same story. We need 5.26 points from him on the big one up top, the 5 picks for 2K. Same Kirk thing. Tank just keeps tanking. Tank stays under. Like, just
keep being tank.
All Kirk.
This one we have. So Ridley came on, had that first catch to start that drive, then came off, disappeared. Etienne's still a ways off, but if they keep feeding him here to salt away the game, that should be good.
So we need Etienne and Kirk. We need Jackson.
Yeah, although this is sort of another out potentially.
Yeah, I'll let that one go.
Yes.
And then this is the Saints onslaught one. Kamara
also has Etienne rushing over. So those are what we really want is Kirk. We're locked.
We really want Kirk. Right, Kirk's the cleanest. Yeah. Because then we hit our core.
We need a Kirk and
there.
Etienne drive.
So chat's going nuts about this again. No one is saying that Mayer is a better athlete than Laporta, Brandon. All right? You got like 17 things here. if all that mattered was athleticism at tight end,
Dawson Knox would be the best tight end in the league.
Kyle Pitts would be
Darnell
the best,
Washington.
all this stuff
Darnell
would be
Washington.
going great for us.
The
That's
king
not,
right now.
Michael, production still matters. You have to be able to play the position. You have to be able to catch passes. And same as receiver, production at the college level begets production at the NFL level. Go look at their – and Laporta's very good. I'm not trying to dog Laporta, but you guys are dogging
Laporta was a good
Mayer.
prospect. Laporta was a good prospect. And Mayer was a good prospect.
Yes, exactly. They're, like Mayer's production as a receiver in college, 3-year early declare, true wide receiver breakout. His production, like age-adjusted production, is like Kyle Pitts's. It's legitimately – it's a 3-year early declare with a one-year like – true 30% dominator rating. It's legit. It's fucking legit. It's like a wide receiver legit. He was the 35th overall pick. He was the 4th pick of the 2nd round. Like, you guys are acting like Michael Mayer's chopped liver. He was like a really, really high pick as well. He's young. He's what you fucking want from upside tight ends. Right, Pat? I mean, you know this better than me.
No, yeah. I think Laporta was the idea that we have to like pick between these guys is silly. Like Laporta was, I think, a really strong pick. I have a tweet from Justin Herzig asking me what incarnation is the same Laporta. I was one of the first guys drafting this guy back in February. So don't make me pick against Laporta. I love Laporta. I reject the comparison. They're both great prospects, and guess what? You could draft a ton of them. They were both widely available. We were drafting Laporta instead of
a ton.
Yeah. And we were drafting
way higher than Mayer, had him as a target at stealing singles. No one's like talking shit about Laporta. The point is, it doesn't have to be as good of an athlete as Laporta to be worth something, or to be as productive as him, to be the next Laporta, which is where this chat started. I commented.
Did he get there?
Brandon's got me going, man. He's saying he's a clown.
Well, look, I mean, I think Brandon's just
this is like an objectively awful, dumb, ill-informed.
And then he said that's a clown
thing. The athleticism, he was an awesome prospect. He
was really strong. He was a really strong prospect. Tight end prospects are like almost no one is truly an amazing prospect because tight end's like a very difficult. Like you're not even sure like what are we even shooting for at tight end because like you know, like guys who were
different
hits,
models
like, didn't even
said
hit
a lot
that
of
hard.
different stuff. Yes.
Yeah. There's like a million, like, was like Eric Ebron a hit or not? You know,
because
like,
you need to be able to stay on the field like some of the models earlier were like, it should just be about staying on the field. You just want the guy to like be a good enough blocker. So he's got to be physical enough to stay on the field. Then he'll get the production.
Was Cole Kmet a hit? Are we looking for Cole Kmet or do we not give a shit about Cole Kmet?
We don't know. We have no idea.
Because so it's tough. It's a tough position to even say like what a great prospect is. But I had him as a strong prospect, and I had Laporta as a strong prospect. And look, there's different ways to get there. Like, you know, if you just look at like the current tight ends, right? Kyle Pitts is
Brandon's having way too much fun now.
Travis Kelce ran a 4.66. Move on. No one gives a shit. Dude, it doesn't matter.
Look up Mark Andrews Rass. Look up Mark Andrews Rass because
Brandon's either drunk or his 12-year-old nephew took over his profile.
I appreciate Brandon because it's not like we don't often. Our chat is generally like very smart. We don't have a lot to disagree with. It's nice to have someone who's an idiot that we can pile on.
Yes,
it gives us.
I honestly think that understanding athleticism is one of the biggest edges because you got guys like Brandon who like come in and they're just like, this dude's RAS is higher than this guy's RAS. Let's draft the higher RAS. Yeah. And it's fucking dumb. Like that's not how you like. You want a guy to be sufficiently athletic. Then it would be awesome if he was like a really high end athlete. Like that's great. Then what's funny to me is that you get the guys who are like, remember Zach Kuntz, who we've already forgotten about, but he like finished like the highest. He was like the 10 score in RAS, and so it's like now we care so much about Zach Kuntz because Zach Kuntz is the most athletic guy in the class. Like he's marginally more athletic than like 4 other guys who are extremely productive compared to him. So who gives a shit about this guy just because he has the highest score? But that's like our dumb monkey brains just gravitate towards, you know, whatever the very highest thing is, instead of thinking about it, you know, as rational humans.
My favorite thing about Brandon is he's like, you guys don't know ball. Notre Dame's tight ends all do this. And what I want to say back is, did you watch the fucking NFL the last 2 weeks? Because Michael Mayer looked fantastic. He looked like a really legit NFL tight end for the last 2 weeks. You didn't watch that, I can tell, because you're out of your fucking mind, dude. I love Brandon. This is great.
I actually like Brandon a lot. I like that he's just saying the same thing many times.
If someone truly triggers me, I just boot them from the channel and we never see them again for the rest.
He triggered me for a minute.
But I'm not booting him. I like him.
Yeah,
I like Brandon.
You saved me when you pulled up his comment that he was like, Mayer's not a great prospect, and you're like, this is just not true. And I was like, all right, Pete's got me back into reality. I was triggered for a minute.
Go
You brought me back. Because he said that was a clown take that Mayer was a great prospect, and I was like, okay, Pete brought me back because like the actual clown take is that would be a clown take. That's a clown take. It's an inverse clown take.
All right, Etienne's rolling here.
Nice.
Let's get it going.
Little rushing.
We need 20 more rushing yards from Etienne.
All right.
We need the Kirk. How about who says no to 20-yard rush from Etienne followed by a Christian Kirk touchdown? Who needs it? I need it.
I'm very into that. I like that a lot.
The Taysom Hill touchdown was very good. This is still a one-score game.
Brandon, I'll give you $5,000 to name a Notre Dame. It's very funny.
Just say Tyler Eifert, Brandon.
He has no fucking idea. There's no way he knows a current Notre Dame tight end. This guy has heard like 3 interesting.
If you followed Silva over the years, you can name like 6 Notre Dame tight ends because
right. I think he means a current one. Like if you're actually tracking the stuff, you would know a current Notre Dame tight end, but no shot. What is Lawrence doing? Putting his knee at risk. This guy's going for it. He just keeps saying
Kirk, dude.
Come on,
throw to Kirk. Come on, man.
What about Chase Claypool? He's a Notre Dame tight end.
Oh,
nailed it. Pat got it. Pat loved it.
Motherfucking Mackey Award winners.
That's right.
Man,
we need some Kirk here.
Let's get Christian Kirk for the people.
3rd and long. 3rd and long. This is a big moment, right? 3rd and long. 3rd and 8-ish. 8.
Yeah, this is big for us.
All right, Christian Kirk.
There he is. He's motion, man.
I'm seeing him.
Oh, nobody lined up over top of him.
Oh, Lawrence, that was the first read.
That was his fucking first read.
That was his read.
Even though Gretsch doesn't believe in first read data.
No, don't get me fucking started on this. I'm too drunk. I'm too drunk.
Gretsch, why don't you believe in it, man?
So many words that I wrote today about that. It should not be called first read data. It should be called we sucked out the most noisy, longest read data, and then that made it a little bit more accurate. Because like 85% of the number, or like Pat, you said on PFF, it's like 76%. So whatever, like 3/4 or more of the targets are classified
to wide receivers. To wide receivers, yeah.
John, yes, thank you, John. God, I need you here to actually physically stop me, John. You'd be a good friend in this spot, I feel like.
We're trying to move on, but Brandon Katz is trying to explain away why Travis Kelce ran a 4.6.
Do Mark Andrews now, Brandon. Tell me about Mark Andrews. Tell me why he's still good, even though he ran like a 4.7.
Did Michael Mayer fuck your girlfriend? Is that something that happened?
That's me doing a lot of assuming that Brandon has a girlfriend in bed.
We said that, dude. We fucking said that. Remember when Liam was on and we were going through who was a golden retriever, and we're like, dude, Mayer's like that dude from the 80s movie. He's the villain. He's the guy who tries to sleep with your girlfriend. What if he actually slept with Brandon's girlfriend? What if we did that?
All right. Let's get focused. Let's start manifesting.
I can't. I'm too drunk, Pete. I can't get focused. You can't lock me in right now.
I can't bring myself to update the show description to say next week is a $700 giveaway. We just need to end it.
Don't do it. Don't do it yet. I mean, come on.
I know.
Relax,
I'm trying to
relax.
manifest it. You guys getting a Chili's ad right now?
I am. It looks good.
I know it does.
I mean, it's not going to taste good, but the ads look good.
I had this debate with Lauren like the other night. What do you guys think is the most ubiquitous sit down chain restaurant in America? Not fast food, not McDonald's, not KFC, but like sit down. I'm talking like Applebee's, Chili's. Like what is the McDonald's of sit down chain restaurants?
I think it's Applebee's. You muted yourself.
I think it's probably Applebee's. Yeah.
Olive Garden?
I think it's Applebee's Olive Garden because it's not
moment.
American food. I think it's
Applebee's.
I think it's ineligible.
I think I don't know how big Cracker Barrel is in like not the East Coast, but I think it's pretty big. It might not be big enough to make up for a lack of.
Not to dunk on
Denny's is it.
No, it's not, dude, because your boy was looking at the total revenue that some of these companies are in the billions. Denny's is in the low 300 millions.
What about
IHOP
revenue? What about
Not
IHOP?
even close.
Is it because they give all the old people like free food? It's like they got the like $4.99 plate for the old people. Like they're not making enough money.
I do think it's Applebee's. I think that's the most quintessential.
You guys don't think IHOP is in the running?
Mm-mm.
There's
IHOP
a lot
is
of
behind
IHOPs.
Denny's. There's more Denny's than IHOP, I think.
Huh.
The one I was surprised at the lack of locations was Cheesecake Factory. There's only like 200 some Cheesecake Factories in all of America. And I feel like it's not as ubiquitous as McDonald's, but it is like quintessentially American.
Oh, it is. Yeah, it is. We fucking
Like every city's got to have a Cheesecake Factory, but it's not going to be like yeah.
It's a thing in the Gretsch household. There's your air yards. They're not going to anyone. They're just fucking. Derek Carr's just chucking the ball the fuck out of bounds. God damn it.
Yeah.
And then yelling at everybody. They got a punt.
Applebee's owns IHOP,
Todd.
dude.
What?
Applebee's owns IHOP. That's what Vadim put in the chat.
I know, but Don just said endless
Applebee's
lobster can
owns
turn into a shit
IHOP.
show, and I really want to know what that means.
A literal shit show?
Thank you,
Absolutely
Gypsy.
kidding.
Also, I was having this conversation with Lauren. Like, what's the coolest, most hipster chain restaurant? Or fast food chain? I think it's Taco Bell. And I was saying, like, the Yo Quiero Taco Bell campaign is one of the most badass fucking campaigns in
Yo
the
Quiero
history of
Taco
fast
Bell.
food restaurant.
Yeah,
Yo Quiero
God,
Taco Bell was fucking genius.
Incredible. Yes.
That little chihuahua.
Chihuahua slapped for sure.
Yeah.
And I'll say, in Taco Bell's defense, they used to get this bad reputation of like not having quality food. And dude, it's like if you guys, I got kids, I eat more, like not a ton of fast food, but more fast food than I want to. Taco Bell, like there's a lot of fast food places that will fuck your order up. Taco Bell gets everything right now. You can do like custom shit; they'll get it right. Like they take care of their shit. Taco Bell is like on top of their shit these days.
Taco Bell has remained cool through multiple decades. Like if you ask any real stoner, like what's the go-to late, it's Taco Bell. And it's not taking away from anything from the other fast food
Jack
chains.
in the Box is kind of a stoner. They want.
I don't know if Jack in the Box is cool though.
Yeah, it's not cool. It's like the not cool stoner place.
Yeah. It's not cool though.
It's the really big stoners that think they're the cool stoners. They go to Jack in the Box.
Right.
My favorite thing is everyone talking about fast food while Brandon is talking about broad jumps and whether Michael Mayer.
Oh my God, is he still talking about Michael Mayer? I forgot about Brandon. I literally have not thought
that's
about
Ridley.
Brandon. 10 minutes. That was a catch.
I mean, we'll take it for that one, but I don't even think it's a catch.
Yeah.
By the way, Brandon, you are right. He's not a good athlete for an NFL tight end. That's not enough to say he's not a good prospect. That's one box. We look at several
You know
boxes.
who else isn't a good athlete, Brandon? And I've had to come to grips with this. It's Adam Thielen is not a good athlete anymore, but it doesn't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Calvin Ridley is
It's
not
not
a great
receiver.
athlete, I believe.
Yeah.
Pretty sure he didn't test well. Route running is a skill.
That Long John Silver.
You can make up for subpar athleticism with good route running.
Oh!
Man. Dude, Jamal
Why
Agnew.
is
Yes,
he throwing
yes,
to
yes.
Agnew? You guys understand this is why I wanted Agnew. I fucking concussion earlier.
That's why he came in.
Because as soon as he didn't have a concussion, he's gotten every target. He's leading the fucking team in targets.
It's crazy.
Damn, I could go for some pizza right now.
Yeah, that sounds delicious.
Kyle calling out Tyler.
Hey, speaking of Cheesecake Factory and that whatever ad we were watching earlier from Chili's, I have had an issue with Cheesecake Factory. My wife and girls love it, so we go there.
Yeah.
They have the biggest fucking menu, and I've tried a million different things, and I don't really
Yeah.
like anything there.
Everything's all in
just
bags.
not
It's
that
all
good.
in fucking
It's-
bags. That's
I'm with you on
all
this
pre-made.
take. for
But then
sure.
I finally ordered just a fucking burger there last time we went. We went for my daughter's birthday in September, a month ago. And it was a really fucking good burger. But I was like, every other time it was like, I'm not going to order a burger. I'm at Cheesecake Factory. I got a shepherd's pie one time. Like, I'm going to fucking try one of these. I just wanted to do something.
Fucking shepherd's pie?
I just wanted to do.
Jesus Christ.
I've done a lot of ridiculous things, right?
That
But
is-
I ordered this burger, Americana burger, and it was really fucking good. So if you ever get to Cheesecake Factory, don't be overwhelmed by the massive menu. Just get the fucking burger.
I promise you, Gretchen, most people aren't going to Cheesecake Factory and getting the fucking shepherd's pie.
Okay, that was like the 10th time I was there and couldn't find something. I finally tried a shepherd's pie. That's because one time I was in Atlanta, Georgia, Marietta, Georgia, and I got an Australian meat pie. My buddy's wife is from Australia. There's this place in Marietta, Georgia that makes these meat pies. I have had it one time in my life. I can still taste it right now. It was one of the best things I've ever fucking eaten in my life.
Australian meat pies
That's
are
what I was
awesome.
envisioning.
That's
Not what a shepherd's pie is.
Shepherd's pie is a
at all.
completely different dish.
Yeah, but I thought I was getting that.
You thought you were getting an Australian meat pie and you got shepherd's pie?
Bro, I was
You
trying
probably
something.
hate shepherd's pie, which is good.
Yeah, I did hate shepherd's pie.
Yeah, because it's like
I was
that's just
envisioning the
completely
meat pie I
different.
got in Marietta, Georgia. Marietta Square. Ivan Black's been there. It's at the fucking square. 100%. There's a square in the middle of that town. It's at the Marietta Square.
that would be like if you ordered a burger and someone brought out like beef stew. Like that's about as different as those things are.
I know, but I don't know that. I'm dumb. Pat, I'm stupid. Oh, he got stuffed. Oh shit! It's Saints ball.
I'm going to ask it. I'm going to ask the question. Do we want overtime?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, we do.
We have a shitload of overs, so I think for sure.
Yeah.
Shepherd's pie is
I'm
super unathletic
thinking
and runs
about-
a 4.940. That's a good comment.
I'm thinking about ordering Taco Bell DoorDash right now. I'm just letting you know.
I am too. Oh, let's get some
Oh,
Taco
no.
Bell. What are we gonna get? Oh, I'm looking for my phone and it's what I'm watching the game on. I think I'm gonna get a cheesy gordita crunch.
Yeah.
I
So I haven't ordered Taco Bell since I was probably in high school, maybe college. What's the
Dude,
go-tos?
the Crunchwrap Supreme is the goated dish.
They used to have the nacho cheese chalupa, and they don't have it anymore. But you can order a chalupa, get no sour cream, and get nacho cheese added, and then you get the nacho cheese chalupa. It's delicious.
The
Fucking
Mexican pizza I've always had a soft spot for as well.
delicious. Cheesy gordita
Crunchwrap
crunch.
Double
Supreme though.
decker.
That's the go-to.
Crunchwrap Supreme is
No, I don't even like Crunchwrap Supreme that much. Too much
fuck
bread.
off. Fuck
Too much
right off.
tortilla.
That's as bad as your Michael Mayer did.
You got so mad you thought Ben was Brandon.
That's beautiful. Fuck right off.
Fuck
I
right
mean,
off.
you do
Go
not
ahead, Christian.
slander.
That's
You
with
can
me.
say anything except slandering the fucking Crunchwrap Supreme.
Overrated. Hey, I'm not slandering it. It's okay. I've gotten it a lot of times.
Who's overrating it? I'm
Penn's
literally the
mountains are
first
no
person to
longer
bring
blue,
it up.
of course. Yeah.
You also
I'm
have
gonna
to
grab a
toss in
beer,
some
and
cinnamon
that decision is
twist. You gotta
gonna
toss in
help
some
Christian
cinnamon
Kirk.
twist.
That's how this.
This
works.
is Pat's one beer of the night.
My one beer.
He's having one
saving
beer
it.
because he's not feeling well. It's a sour.
When you're sick, you only drink one beer.
That's
the
smart.
way.
Yeah.
That's just being smart.
Mm-hmm. And then he goes dark immediately. Dude, I'm a sucker for the nacho cheese. Anything that has the fucking nacho cheese on it, Pete. That's where I'm at. The Crunchwrap Supreme, I used to get it because they don't put enough nacho cheese on it to cover all the fucking tortilla that you got to deal with.
I'm gonna be devastated if this Taco Bell is closed.
You're actually ordering it.
I think I am.
That's
I'm going
fantastic.
for it. Wow, Crunchwrap Supreme costs $6.82 in this economy.
682?
682 seems pretty good, dude.
No.
Back in
That's
my day,
one
Pat,
thing.
Have you gotten an Ortiz's burrito yet, Pat?
No.
You go to Taco Bell and you get like four
I need
things. But if they're all 680,
What's the move? What's the move at Ortiz's?
Dude, you
What
get
do
a
you get?
California burrito and you log the fuck out.
oh,
What is a
we-
California
oh,
burrito?
it's Michael Thomas.
It's a carne asada burrito, cheese, potatoes, guac, sour cream, beautiful
All right.
tortilla.
We need a quick strike, Zach. Zach has not lost a plot. We've lost a plot, but Zach Ernst is on the fucking ball.
Let's go.
Boom.
Taysom
Let's
Hill.
go. Let's go.
The
Quick
leading
strike,
wide
baby.
receiver on the Saints. Should I get the Cinnabon Delights?
Yes, those are delicious. They come in a 2-pack. Two little nice little treats for your mouth.
Wow, they have strawberry twists now? This is fucking crazy.
Those suck.
This is like it's like in a like a
Oh my god.
Oh, did
Michael.
not get him in.
They're calling it?
They called that a touchdown.
They called that a touchdown.
There's no way. But I'm drunk enough that I could be wrong.
drunk enough that I could be wrong. Another good.
I learned that at the Husky game Saturday. I got real fucking hammered for that game, and there was a couple.
Hey, they won that game, right?
Yes, it was big.
Congrats, man.
I was very confident in a few things that did not actually turn out to be true.
Knee.
Oh, the knee's down. Oh, it is a catch.
Wow.
Wow.
Did
That's
the ball
great.
shift there? He put his other hand on it. We're gonna get a look here.
No, called a touchdown on the field. I think it's good.
They didn't show on that second look if the ball shifted. I think you got to count that. That is some impressive shit. Vintage Michael Thomas.
We need this.
Almost
stuff.
Mayer-esque, not quite. If only he ran a 4.9.
Kamara.
There it is.
Let's go.
We are tied up,
Yes.
boys.
Dude, I'm getting fucking Taco Bell. Let's go.
It is Taco Bell season. God damn, I keep
Bell.
looking for my phone.
That
and
was
it's my
Pete
TV.
Sweat. Pete had made a deal with himself that we went to overtime ordered.
My God.
Dude, I'm not even that hungry.
Dude, I might have to get Taco Bell too. You guys are getting it.
It's later. Yeah, I'm getting some Taco Bell. It's later. It's later for you than us.
It's a lot later for me than you guys.
That's just true. Yeah.
I will never tell anyone my order.
Really?
No, I will, like, very easily.
Okay,
Dude,
what's your
price
order?
it up, guys.
I want to know your order really bad. Crunchwrap Supreme.
Yep.
Dude, the Crunchwrap Supreme for me $7.19. I'm getting boned.
Oh man.
Wow,
Yeah,
boom.
fucking California taxes, man. You should have never left New York.
You got a Crunchwrap Supreme. What was the other one? Mexican
Famous
pizza.
for
I got-
low
all right.
taxes.
This is my order: Crunchwrap Supreme, Mexican pizza, cheesy gordita crunch, soft taco, Cinnamon Delights 12-pack and a cinnamon twist. I have no idea why I got both the Cinnamon Delights and the cinnamon twist.
That's got to be $30
Total in this economy. I did leave an $8 tip. I can't
We're up
really
to
see
40.
how much this was yet. I think it's like $28.
Steak quesarito, someone just said in the chat. That slaps. Tyler. God damn it. I wish it was anyone but Tyler.
Dude, I need to go get my weed pen to fully enjoy this. I'll be right
Yeah,
back.
that's smart. That's smart.
That is smart.
Did he DoorDash? Am I DoorDash?
Yeah, I DoorDashed.
I've never done fast food DoorDash before. All right.
What do you mean? You just like go through the drive-thru?
Yeah, like a human being.
I DoorDash a lot of stuff.
You mean you just go to the drive-thru?
What's the difference? You might as well. I mean, I DoorDash in New York. I mean, that's honestly, that's one of the reasons that I lived in New York is because I could like order as delivery, like amazing food all the time. Because I don't cook.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, that's a thing that I'm
just like I'll have the best Thai. I'll have my favorite Thai tonight. You know?
Yeah.
And yeah, is it like
have it just like delivered to your fucking house? Like,
yeah. Yeah. It's pretty nice. All right, first down for the Jags here.
1st and 10. I just threw it up on my delayed stream that I have so I can order Taco Bell on my phone. Evan Ingram. We don't have any of him.
No, that probably would have been a good one.
Oh my God. I just pulled this up. Why is the first thing that is on my screen Taco Bell?
Whoa.
These guys know what I'm doing.
They know, dude. Your phone's listening, man. Conspiracies.
What the fuck? No, not from Kirkland. What the hell?
That's Ridley, but that's a rush.
The people watching our stream, Pat, are like, these guys are just all ordering fucking Taco Bell now. What's happening to our stream? No one's talking anymore. Everyone's just trying to order Taco Bell. Beats fucking smoking weed so that his $30 Taco Bell will taste better. Oh,
well,
man.
you know, we need this Kirk stuff, man. You got to distract yourself and order Taco Bell. The sweat is brutal.
Am I on the big? There he is. He's back.
Forget.
Did it come?
Hang on. Forget whether you know ball. It's all about whether you know Bell. Taco.
Oh my God.
That's like, don't get the fuck out
Oh
of here.
my God.
Do you know Bell?
It would have been sick if you busted out a Crunchwrap Supreme. If you had gone
it's not that
the
quick.
drive-thru, right? No, I know. It just would have been.
Oh man,
Shit, this isn't going to be here for ages.
I know. I can't even get it ordered, Pete. You already ordered. Fuck. Figuring out how to order this is the hardest goddamn part.
All right, throw to Kirk, man.
How about a Christian Kirk? Let's go.
Featured?
Oh my God, Calvin Ridley.
I'm so far behind.
You're damn right. I went full screen for that.
You know Bell.
658 cheesy gordita crunch. Good lord.
You admit it. You know Bell's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It didn't like. It took me a second, so it didn't like land, but I do like it.
Man.
I feel like I can't. I might just do a different Mexican place.
These are insanely expensive on here. It's crazy. This is more expensive than if you just go to the drive-thru. I want you to know by a long shot.
I mean, if you want to get on your phone and go through the drive-thru.
Of course it is. I mean, someone's driving to you.
I have not had a cheesy gordita crunch in a long time. Should I get a cheesy gordita? I mean, what did you? What Pete? What's your thing?
Crunchwrap Supreme, dude.
Yeah, that's what I need to try.
Who said that was overrated? Was that Pat?
No, it was me.
No, dude, I wouldn't know if it's overrated. I haven't ordered in a long time.
Come on, Gratch.
It's just a lot of fucking bread, like tortilla folded.
What do you think we're doing here? Are you fucking counting calories on a Taco Bell order?
I'm just saying, there's a lot of ways to wrap up your cheesy, meaty, grilled, whatever. And I'm trying to wrap up the good stuff.
I wonder if our cheese is open. Maybe I can order delivery from there.
Can we talk about, it's legitimately crazy, right? That the Saints have gone from like Taysom Hill tight end to Taysom Hill running back to Taysom Hill quarterback. And now they're literally doing Taysom Hill wide receiver. Like that's a thing.
Yeah.
It's a thing, dude. Underdog didn't have any receiving stuff for him, but I was interested in that.
This game is fucking tied. And the Saints have the ball.
We smashed the over. We're at 48.
Pete, I got this shit ordered. It's gonna arrive sometime. Oh my god, before 8:43 is my max. Oh god, it's a long time from now. Greg's putting this order with one eye closed. Yeah, I was.
I mean, sure. It is honestly crazy, guys, that we're like just kind of reinforce like how gross this sweat is. Obviously, we want our fans.
God, Kirk has not had anything since at 5.1.
$600. It's literally a $2,000 Christian Kirk over 10.35 fantasy points.
No, that's 2,000 on that one, and the other one will hit.
And the other one, it's $2,600.
Yeah, $2,600 and the chat wins $600. $3,200 swing here.
Will you X out that thing in the corner? I hate that they want to know if you need any help. Like, no, we don't need any help. We know that we have. Yeah, I would like for Christian Kirk to catch some fucking balls. No. GC Gardenia Crunch. Those are just your two favorites. Oh yeah, beef.
That's not gonna go. Yeah, see, you're gonna get self-excluded. No, don't say yes. Why are you doing this? You're not gonna. Oh, Pete.
No, yeah, I don't want to actually get myself self-excluded because for me,
This bot is gonna flag you. Oh God.
Oh yeah. I've heard too many horror stories about like literally my buddy, my college friend who got obsessed with Underdog Pick Ems. He was just mashing buttons on his phone. I still don't know exactly how it happened, and he accidentally self-excluded for a year. And I tried to even call in favors. Couldn't, like, once you pull that trigger, you can't undo it. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is the way it should be. I mean, there's no point. Like, it's not a real self-exclusion. Although you'd like to think you're not going to butt dial.
It would be really funny if I got self-excluded from Underdog for saying I'm trying to self-exclude from eating cinnamon twists. That would have been a good bit.
And if it was on stream documented, and they still wouldn't do
it. I mean, I'd put that in my Twitter bio. Got self-excluded from Underdog over time.
Trying to order Taco Bell.
Brandon's still hanging strong tonight.
There are a million fantasy sites. That's true. It's a good point. It's a good point, Brandon.
Man, Christian Kirk, dude. Can we just have a good time once, Christian Kirk?
Right? Come on, man.
Do you know what happened? Christian Kirk or Calvin Ridley went and complained. He's like, I need more targets. And then they started fucking force feeding it to him instead of letting just Christian Kirk eat.
What has happened? Anything cool?
Brandon was talking about
cool.
self-excluding in the chat.
From our show, hopefully.
From our show.
Sorry, that was me. Sorry, Brandon.
All right.
Edible.
Christian.
Got an edible, Pete. I'm doing your thing. I don't have a vape pen right now.
All right, just like a loose Christian Kirk play.
I just ordered DoorDash Taco Bell for the first time in my life. I feel like a fat ass, let me tell you.
It's practically the weekend, dude. You wrote a lot this week. It's time to celebrate.
That's right. I got the 12-pack of the Cinnabon Delights that you got. My wife's going to be pumped. She's going to be so happy. She likes fucking donuts and shit.
What is this ref even doing, dude? Dude, this ref looks like Steve Zahn.
You ever heard of Don Roman, Pete?
Mm-mm.
No?
What are you looking at? Kirk, find him.
Man.
Go,
Kirk.
baby. Go, baby.
Yes. Go. Score.
Go.
Score.
Go.
Fucking score. Let's go! Let's go! Woo! Yes! Yes!
Let's fucking go. Bam, 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 bam. Oh my goodness.
That was sick.
Let's fucking go! What a moment!
Yes. All right.
Needed it. Somebody's getting $600 richer tonight, Pete.
$600. $600. Fill that Google form out.
Google Form's in the chat.
$600 richer.
Google Form is in the fucking chat.
Woo!
And you know what? That's perfect because our core hit $600, and we're giving away $600. So it's $600 for us, $600 for the chat. Symmetry.
Christian Kirk. Look at that
Who's
green.
ready for the Take Bigsby dagger?
Oh no, we're not getting that. That's not happening.
No. I've never felt so good about a fucking preemptive Taco Bell order.
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes.
Oh yeah. Man.
I should probably tweet.
I feel so fucking good right now.
Yeah, me too, man. Dude, look, I cracked the beard. First time, I believe, we've all been drinking.
That one. Holy Christian Kirk.
I mean, we were like at half PPR, we were a ways off. For him to just take a slant to the house. That was so huge. Even with the TD, he needed the TD. If he gets tackled at the 1, he's at 16 right now. He's at sub 10, and we would have needed another catch.
Yeah, we needed the TD. The TD was not optional.
It's so late in the game, like he had to get all the way there. That was awesome. He was weaving through the defense.
That was sick, man.
when he caught that and I said score early, I like you can't see what's ahead of the player. I thought there was no chance that he was actually going to score. That was sick. That was fucking awesome.
That was amazing. Wow. All right, dude.
That was the most explosive Kirk play I've ever seen. Purple Yosh says, "Yeah,
Dude, he got to feel quick.
He got to feel quick." Christian Kirk, Texas A&M days.
Damn, that was fun. Like that's the kind of sweat where you're just like, oh, can we just get a Christian Kirk catch that goes to the fucking house? That's not supposed to happen.
It's not supposed to happen.
Leone, where's the Christian Kirk?
Yes, he's fired up.
No, Leone capitulated, dude. That's it. You can't uncapitulate. He was right on Rashad White. He was right to be worried about them.
Dr. Evil says that Christian comes through despite Pete's sacrilegious comments earlier.
What a fucking moment.
Oh, man.
That was badass.
I hope Silva's watching too, because
well, he had Kirk. Didn't he have Kirk?
We have them together in our fucking main event.
Dude, he doesn't give a shit about that. He is Jaguars and the captain. He
doesn't even know who's on our team. Yes, I had to tell him our team on stream, and he was like, "Oh, that's a good team." It's like, yeah, no, that's a great team. Yeah, dude, it's your team that you were really mad about. It's fantastic.
I did a stream with him the next. It was actually on Liam's channel, not mine. He popped on and he was talking about how you guys had a phone call and like you guys had to like repair the friendship and everything over at ETN.
And somebody texted me, Liam or somebody was like, "Here, come jump on," and then I jumped back on. Like I was like, "Hey, I'm about to go somewhere." I jumped on for like 5 seconds, and I was like, "I just want to let you guys know that was really dramatic. That's not how it went." Just like, I can't let this be out there. It wasn't that bad. It wasn't that bad. Silva still, like, tonight, he was like, I said some things, and I'm like, dude, like, because he was really apologetic, but I was like, man, like, you don't have to apologize. Like, we're, like, he and I are very kindred spirits. Like, we just, we like, you know, whatever. We got into it a little bit.
Yeah, whatever. You argue about, like, which running back to take, and then you talk about shit the next day. It's fine.
And by the end of the draft, it was fine. The whole second half of the draft, it was fine. Like, it was great. We had great conversations. It's not like we were being quiet or not sharing our opinions. It was great. But, like, it struck him in some way.
Guys, I mean, we're legit, like, overtime
is bad.
Could be so fun. So look at this, the halftime 5 picks for 2K. So we're already 3 of 5. We need Chris Olave to get 4.5 more yards and Travis Etienne to get 12 and a half yards. 12 and a half more yards.
Man, that has already hit the card, the Shaheed, and the Kamara. Love that.
We need overtime.
Yeah. God, we still got, you know what? I love it, Pete. Let's refocus. What else do we have live right now?
Well,
what about that three pick 'em?
What's that other 5?
5. That's live. That's live.
This is the Bigsby one. As long as Bigsby doesn't go over 11.5, we're good.
Sorry, what's the other one from halftime? So we have 4 total. What's the 3 from halftime?
It's
Etienne.
the
Ridley, Etienne.
Oh, God, Ridley is so bad at football. I remember when I said there wasn't a number that we couldn't take the under on.
Yeah, you were right then.
Apparently, I was correct on that. There's Olave. Olave's over.
Olave just went over.
Holy shit.
Okay.
Dude, overtime is so nutted right now.
We are fucking
Taco Bell in overtime to sweat.
And then we can eat Taco Bell. Yes. First down.
Okay. Dude, that first down's big because they're gonna run clock. They're trying to take this over. Oh, don't go for 2 though, please. Play for overtime.
My God,
they're home though.
Pete,
they're home, so they probably will.
Pete, will you pull up Brandon's comment?
I won't. He's close. He's on thin ice. He's been charming, but he's losing his charm.
I liked it.
I want to see what he said.
He's got it all figured out, man. He's feeling himself right now, dude. He is feeling himself. I think he's 16. Like he's somewhere like
I am honestly impressed to get dunked on that many times in a row and hang in
just
there.
keep coming back.
Chin.
Yeah,
I enjoyed it. Yeah,
he's an early internet user. He's got to be. No way, this guy's 25.
We need a touchdown, but come on, guys.
Yeah, we do.
2nd and goal. Come on, Carr.
Oh! Taysom, get up, white boy.
Is that a late hit?
Oh, that's a flag.
How
Look
is
at
that
him
not
hurt.
a flag? Put him on the 1.
If he's laying like that, he's
Put
obviously
him on
hurt.
the 1.
I had somebody in that random
Totally fine now.
stream I had. He was like, and obviously he was, I think, kind of kidding, but he was like, I'm worried about getting my account limited. Gretch, give me a parlay on the spread and the over-under for tonight's game. And I hadn't even looked at the line. It was like this morning. I pulled it up. It was fucking so low. I was like, okay, you're taking the over. You're not taking a low number under. If you want it, like he was worried about getting limited, so he wanted like a fishy bet. It's like, okay, you're taking the over. And then Jacksonville on the road was underdogs against the Saints. Like, take Jacksonville on the money line, parlay it with the over. And they're like, it's gonna be like a nice hit because they were underdogs on the money line. It's all gonna work out for that guy.
I mean, if you're gonna do a fishy bet that hits, you want it to be a nice hit at least.
Yeah, at least it's gonna, you need to work out. Well, you just got him limited.
Okay. Come on. Come on, baby. Yes, wide open.
There it is.
Oh, God. Are you kidding?
Should have been Taysom, man. Don't throw other tight ends.
Dude, if that was Michael Mayer, he would have dropped it too. Signed, Brandon.
Yeah, probably wouldn't have been able to run enough of a 40 time to get there.
That's true. Prosper was probably too slow to go with that. This is at a bad 40.
What? He was wide open.
What is that play?
No. Throw a flag.
No, that's that.
Why did Carr throw that so quick? And way inside.
Dude, that play was so bad.
It was
and
so
a quick
bad.
throw too. It'd be one thing if like that was sort of a desperation, but man,
Jesus, what the fuck?
Right.
I thought we were just about
That's
to
a
have
desperation
the most fun
throw.
overtime sweat. We
Yeah.
did. We did hit. We got to be excited.
I know we are happy.
hit
We're
in a
happy that we
massive
hit.
way.
The Bigsby
we're very
under
happy
hit.
with it.
This is about to be a kneel down for 2K on Bigsby.
Dude, this is a smash.
We're happy with
Things
it.
don't have timeouts, correct? I have not been paying attention to timeouts in this game.
Overtime is also fun for the show. The show keeps going, so
Yeah, that would have been fun. I'm drunk and Taco
The
Bell.
chat's
stuff.
just disappointed they don't get to watch us eat Taco
I know.
Bell on stream.
I would have smashed a Crunchwrap Supreme on screen. I would have fucking smashed a Crunchwrap Supreme in your guys' faces. All right, $2,000.
Dude.
your guys'
All right, I'm getting this giveaway prepped here too. The haters said I wouldn't be able
Let's
to pull
go.
myself administratively. The
Let's
haters didn't know
go.
that I know how to fucking remove duplicates in Google Sheets.
$600 to you.
The people.
I love this, man. I love it. We hit our 5. We hit our 5 or 2 if as long as we get the kneel downs here.
Guys, I fucking crushed the analysis this week. Nailed it.
This is a very above board giveaway. We've used an official Google sheet. We've worked with Underdog. If Brandon wins, we respin. That's it.
Oh, no. No. They told us we're in charge of the giveaway. Brandon can't win. He's exempt.
How many
we
shuffles?
gotta give Brandon his money if he wins.
How many shuffles do you guys want?
Yeah, how many shuffles?
Christian Kirk's number 13. 13.
Oh, 13.
I got to remove Underdog username from the top because I did just copy that whole thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. The winner here, $600 of Underdog credits. Let's go.
BonyBraxton.
I read that as
Who's
Brandon
BonyBraxton?
for a second.
I
Congrats,
gotta
man.
go
Congrats,
in
Boney
the,
Braxton.
BonyBraxton is AO23 in the chat. Are you in here? You in here, Boney?
AO.
He's the
AO.
the Aben01.
Boney.
Boney Braxton.
2 3s.
Lynn's Orphids.
It's a Michael Jordan reference. I like that. I like
Yeah.
the 23 or LeBron reference. I mean, anyway, 23 is a good number.
Yeah. It could be Brandon. If Brandon is Boney Braxton, it could be the greatest trick.
We need to
pulled.
make sure it's not him.
Yeah. Yes. Congrats to the Boney Zone. Congrats to everyone who tailed us. There's a lot of, you know what hurt, guys? I don't know if you guys ventured into the ship chasing Discord this afternoon. There's a lot of people, Emo Cowboy, who is talking about trying to oppo bet us. Trying to really go against us,
Tyler.
trying to fade us. This was not the week to fade us.
This was not the week, top of
Not the
us.
week. Not the week,
Nope.
Tyler.
Oppo betters down horrendously.
And really, I've been making this point every week, but Oppo betting is not going to help you when we're getting like 2 out of 3 and 4 out of 5.
That's right. The
Like,
Oppo bet has
Yeah,
been
that
0 for 5.
You're right.
we've been right on the cusp, and we fucking nailed it. Let's go.
Yes, we did. Yes,
That
we
one
did.
feels good, guys. I mean, the hit the core and the 5-leg little cherry on top.
Oh, gorgeous.
That's so good, man. Little
So
$2,600 hit for us. $600 hit for the
Covers
chat.
the early.
Tyler would find a way to still take credit for it.
God damn it, Tyler.
Oh my goodness.
So good.
Man, I can't wait for that Taco Bell, Pete.
I know.
What a hit.
Damn, dude. I think we might have
What a hit.
bankrupted Underdog after this one tonight.
I was like so ready for overtime, guys. Like that ended uninspiringly.
I mean, we got so greedy. We just had a massive hit, and we were like,
I know.
"Holy cow,
Yeah.
we could have swept the entire thing at overtime."
I know. But let's do something fun for a minute while we wait for our Taco Bell to get here. Someone was saying Lon thinks earlier. Can
You
you
guys
play
want
Lon?
to do a draft or a lot of things?
No,
Yeah,
let's
sure.
do draft. Or Lon thinks. One or the other.
How
We
about
all
we,
want
do,
to hang
how
out.
about we collectively do a Dawg Bowl draft, and then
Yes.
I'll ask Underdog for 2+1s, and we'll all go when we win.
Yeah.
All right,
Let's do
let's do a
that.
Dawg Bowl draft.
Let's do that.
We're doing a draft. We're doing a draft. We're celebrating our hit with another hit. Roll it up. Let's go.
Ship Chasers in Miami.
Oh, fuck yes. I don't get to do these drafts. This is fun.
Notre Dame Titans.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Chris.
Yes!
That's a great idea.
Love it. Love it, Chris. We're all about the sporkles.
Oh.
Steven says,
Yes.
I'm in for a rude awakening when my DoorDash either doesn't show or is half eaten. Does that happen?
No.
No. DoorDash is reliable, dude.
Okay.
Mm.
God, can I pay somebody in Brandon's family to walk into his room and punch him in the face?
You liked Brandon about half an hour ago.
like his little sister or something. Like I know, like his mom, maybe like somebody that's living in his immediate family to walk in. And
Gypsy goes, "You're killing it, Brandon. Don't listen to him, Brandon. You're killing it."
Oh my god! I've had one too many tonight, boys. My God. What do we got? 7. So what's our play? What's our
actually
play?
pretty gross. Right? You get actually it's fine. It's after Kenneth Walker and Amon-Ra. It gets kind of gross. Yeah,
Ooh, let's get some Amon-Ra in our life.
Bam! I can't believe it.
That was awesome.
Dude, that Christian Kirk walk-off. I mean, holy fuck.
What a moment. We're not going to beat that moment all year. I said week 1 I'd put that helmet on if we won. And so my immediate thought was like, I got to put the helmet on. I put it on with my hat still on. I was like, I'm fucking jamming this on. I couldn't. That was an out-of-body experience, boys.
Brandon Johnson says, I feel like my stock is plummeting tonight. Brandon, don't worry, Brandon. We've separated you.
It's a different Brandon.
Just he's also Brandon. Oh, sorry, Brandon Johnson.
Holy cow, Antonio Gibson just went 102. God, if this gets fucking thrown out.
No, we don't have time to do another one.
Well, we won't get
it. Oh my God, my order was dropped off. Pick whoever you want.
Get it, Gretch. Mine's close. Mine's real close.
I ordered mine later than you guys, so it's going to be a little while. Dude, Eckler's nice here.
I was going to say, yeah, I'm fine with Eckler at 1.7. I just love that Brandon's just hanging in there, dude. This dude's taking so many to the chin, and he just fucking hangs around. I respect it so much.
I love it, man.
Dude, this draft is fucking wild, too.
Well, Brandon's probably in it,
6
man.
and Allen at 8 is wild.
Some dumb people on the stream and on the panel.
Brandon, if you follow me on Twitter or on Discord, I'll DM you the link to come on. I legitimately want to meet you.
Yo, there's no food in front of my house.
What?
Come on.
What do you mean there's no food in front of your house?
Oh my God, they put it the wrong place. They sent me a picture of somebody else's house.
No.
I'm not laughing.
Fuck. It's not my house.
Call the DoorDash person.
Do you recognize the house? Is it like your neighbors?
Oh my God. You guys aren't going to believe this. This is a true story. This is the house I lived in 4 years ago.
You have the wrong fucking address in, dude.
They sent it to the fucking house I rented before I bought this house in 2019.
Gretch, I'm starting to think you don't know Bell, man.
Oh no.
Oh my!
This is the house I used to fucking live at. I didn't check the address. Oh my God!
I love Puka. Puka's a great pick.
Yeah. All right, let's do Puka.
Dude, these poor fucking people
Holy shit.
have Taco Bell on their house and people knocking on their door.
Oh my God! What a gift you gave someone, Gretch.
They don't even know it though, because they don't knock on the door. They just send you the text. God damn it! Now I gotta order Taco Bell again. I was way too excited to not fucking get Taco Bell.
Oh, that's so brutal.
No way.
Oh man.
I was like, I kind of recognize that house. Oh
Holy
God, I used to live there for so fucking long.
I felt bad because I was like, dude, I told you, I was like, no, DoorDash is reliable.
Killing me, and rightfully so, guys.
Oh, it's so funny.
All right,
So
Gretch,
funny.
I guess I'm going to have to carry the mantle of eating Taco Bell on stream. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I was so excited, and I my daughter met me at the door, and I was like, "Did Mom bring my food in?" She's like, "What?" I went and looked, and my wife's like laying on the couch, like, "What are you talking about?"
Dude, that's such a bad beat, man. It was the ball bouncing off the hands of the tight end. Shit.
This donkey kills goes, I'm in Seattle. I feel like I'm live to get Taco Bell to my house and pen reorders. You are fucking live, buddy. Oh my God. Reorder.
Holy shit.
I can click reorder the same order, but how do I change where the fuck
You got to go into
goes?
your count.
Okay. I haven't used DoorDash in that
Chris.
fucking long.
Chris says, is it really a bad beat when it's entirely self-inflicted? I feel like, yeah.
Yes.
I feel like it kind of is.
Yeah.
The man's
Come on,
5
feel for me.
Coors Lights deep. You know, he's just trying to get Taco Bell. He hasn't used DoorDash. The bad beat is that he hasn't used DoorDash in too long. That's a bad beat.
Right. And that's why I was like, who's he using? Because I was like,
Dude, I just had the craziest experience getting this food.
what?
What happened?
Dude, I go to my door, and there's the DoorDash driver, and he has an entire cardboard box on my porch. And I'm like, what is going on? And he goes, let me explain. He's like, I like to keep my shit fresh. He opens up the cardboard box. There's bubble wrap. He peels back the bubble wrap. And there's my thing of Taco Bell in a cardboard box, bubble wrapped. My doorstep. Oh my God. He did the picture thing. I really want to see if I can pull up and show you guys his picture.
Dude, that's a GOAT driver, man. That's amazing. Oh, that's a level of care you rarely see.
He's like, I know you might be skeptical, but I like to keep my shit.
Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, we're about to be up.
what do we have? Who do we have?
We have Eckler.
Oh, I like Pickens. I like Pickens as a bring back.
Do you like Flowers over Pickens?
I think I like Pickens, but I'm okay with Flowers.
I was
think I
thinking
like Flowers.
Flowers, but I would let the walkthrough guy push us to Pickens. Personally.
What do you like,
been
Pat?
impressed with Pickens' role. I just been impressed with Pickens' role, and
All right.
I think Deontay coming back probably helps him because he's been seeing a ton of double coverage. But but he's like his role's a little different. He's seen a lot more over the middle targets, and he's been really good. I was a little skeptical on Pickens, but I think he's like a legit good wide receiver.
Dude, I want to show you what my phone looks like. This dude. Like 6 pictures. You know how like it says after? Look at this is all the message from your dasher because he took like 9 photos.
Oh, they won't even fucking deliver it to my current address.
Okay.
It's too far away, dude. You picked a taco.
The wrong Taco Bell. Oh my God! How many pictures? What?
This is the cardboard box.
Wilson is crazy.
Dude, Wilson is dedicated. Wilson is dedicated. This man, that's customer service.
8 pictures.
Pat, you're saying I picked the wrong
It's like
Taco Bell.
pictures of the
Yeah.
door around my house.
God damn it!
Yeah, Ben, you got to pick a Taco Bell closer to where you live now.
I'm 12 fucking miles away. Yeah, that's not the Taco Bell that I want. God damn it!
What a night!
So-
What a fucking night! I feel like we're still thinking right now.
Yeah, I mean, listen to Bo Neal. Will you FedEx me that fucking Taco Bell? Get here before I get it ordered.
We're running
Dude,
hot.
You're out here sending your Taco Bell to a different state, and Wilson's bringing mine in fucking dry ice cubes.
Yeah, dude, was there dry ice in there?
Fucking
That's
ass.
amazing. Well, you wouldn't want that because you want the food to be hot, I guess, but still pretty.
So here's the crazy thing. I have not used DoorDash. I didn't have it installed. I did. This is Friday, October 6th. I ordered Indian food and it got here.
Huh.
I talked to Hassan. He gave me this shit. These guys in the ship chasing chat will remember I was chatting about Indian food a while back with Hassan. I went and talked to him about it. He gave me some fucking seg paneer to order. Gave me some good stuff. He's Pakistani, but he gave me some great fucking tips. We're up, Pete. We're up.
Stafford's fine.
I think you could also push QB because Pickett will be there. That would be my only other.
Oh, that's a
comment if
good
you like
call.
someone else.
That's a good call.
So then take Freiermuth?
You want to double it?
If we're going to take Pickett, I don't know.
I don't mind it.
No, Fryer. I'm not that into Freiermuth, man. I think
I'm not either.
I'm gonna end up
Well,
with
we
a
just
bunch of-
drafted
Michael
Jared
Pittman
Goff.
would have been good. Okay, Jared Goff. Yeah. No.
Shit. Sorry.
It's all
I
right.
didn't realize
Jameson
you only had
Williams-
like 1 second.
Jameson Williams is actually a pretty good.
We're not going to Miami, guys.
No, we can.
last pick.
So how the fuck did it get my thing wrong when I had this Indian order from fucking... I only re-downloaded the app for the Indian order is why I showed. And then
I
somehow...
didn't even
Taco
order
Bell.
this.
Jameson Williams went next pick.
Are you fucking kidding me?
We're taking fucking Khalif Raymond.
No. We're going to take fucking Craig Reynolds. Alpha play. I didn't even... Dude, they just gave me a fucking quesadilla. I didn't even order this.
I ordered a quesadilla. Did they send me your... Did they send you my order? I legit ordered a chicken quesadilla. That shit's good.
I think they tossed it in.
All right, here. 1.6 miles. I want this. We got to do another one of these drafts. We don't have to. I'm lying.
Headphones keep dying.
I would, though. Yeah, my headphones died. I'm using my fucking computers now. What else did I order? Oh, yeah, the fucking Cinnabons. Pete had me on the Cinnabons.
What's crazy is the Zay pick would have been actually nice with the Jared Goff auto.
Pete, how are the Cinnabons looking?
They're good, dude. They're legit. I might honestly prefer them to the cinnamon sticks, which I've always loved. But it's basically because Taco Bell's only ever offered, when I grew up in the 90s, it was just cinnamon twists or bust. And now they've expanded, and these little cinnamon donut holes, dude, they're next level.
So delicious. Oh my god, this one is so much closer to me too that it's like it's only going to be here in 15 minutes. The shit's going to be here. Like the other one was like a much longer time. You guys could have been seeing me eat the Taco Bell like during the game. If I would have just fucking figured out how to order it.
I know.
Ben's food has a better shot of ending up in Miami than this team. Ryan is definitely correct.
I still can't hear, but that's a hilarious comment.
That's so funny. Oh god damn it. I can't believe I said the fucking old house. It's like a nice Rambler in fucking a nice area of Seattle. There's like a family there. They have young kids. I guarantee you they have young kids. It's just a young kid's house.
Guys, I think we got to take Michael Mayer.
Yeah. Oh, God, yes. That's a no-brainer.
I'm just snap picking it. We can figure out the stack later.
He's easily the most athletic tight end in the NFL.
It's nice to get I mean, this team is just pure athleticism. Puka Nacua,
Yeah.
Jared Goff, Michael Mayer.
I mean, as long as we have Mayer's athleticism, you know that we are winning. I mean, you guys keep saying I made someone's night. Unfortunately, they texted me that shit. I don't know who lives there. They don't know there's food out there. What I really did was I confused their morning. They're going to find some Taco Bell on their fucking doorstep tomorrow morning and be like, what the fuck is this?
Stretch, I don't mean to rub this in.
Fucking finally here.
You're rubbing
Finally
it
here
in
again.
big time.
I promise I'm not trying to rub in a Crunchwrap Supreme.
Take a bite and
Oh, that
then
looks
show us
pretty
the
good, man.
vertical, show us the side view of this. Because I feel like there's not enough filling in this ever.
Dude,
There,
I'm
I
not
wanna-
going to show you if you're just going to criticize.
I am
what
going
I'm
to
trying to
criticize.
enjoy.
I'm going to criticize. It's just bread and there's nothing in it.
What are you talking about? You're Crunchwrap Supreme truther? There's nothing in it?
Yeah. Yeah.
You're just conspiracy scum.
There used to be a lot of filling. Thank you. The demonat understands. There used to be a lot of filling, but now it's just fucking straight tortilla. Yeah, it's not bread, Johnny. You're right. I'm drunk. Oh, Tyler wants his.
All right, it's going to be our
ASMR.
last round pick. Our squad, Austin Eckler at running back, Puka, Pickens, Jared Goff. Because we had to stack our wide receivers with two statue and mobile quarterbacks, and we chose a third different statue and mobile quarterback, and then took Michael Mayer.
we have to take a Detroit Lion. Pete, we got to do one more of these. You got another
Okay.
one in you?
I do, dude. I still got a fucking Mexican pizza in me, bro.
Yes, let's go. Fuck yeah.
All right.
I don't know
Who do we like
who's
as our
on
last
Detroit.
pick?
I don't like it either. Is Jahmyr Gibbs undrafted?
He's long gone. I don't think
Long
we
gone.
stack.
Okay. Godwin? JSN. Let's just fucking JSN.
I love that. I love that for us.
Let's just JSN.
One on Jason. See you in Miami.
Yeah, we'll see you in Miami, boys. JSN week. This is the week.
Dude, what's going on with Metcalf? Didn't practice again today?
Worried about getting usurped by JSN. I'd be worried too. I'd feel an ankle tweak personally.
Did we get sniped on Jameson?
Oh,
yeah.
immediately
One
after
pick
golf.
After we took golf.
One pick after
Oh,
golf.
no.
We're doing a new
No.
one. This one's gonna fire. No, you're
Yeah,
right. I
that's
haven't
so
been
bad.
listening to much Badge Bros content, but when people
Oh,
ask me
these
about
headphones keep disconnecting.
this shit, I tell them to watch the Badge Bros. I would if I could fucking draft these. You guys don't understand when you can't actually fucking play. What would be the point of listening to a bunch of very specific niche content. My God, Brandon is still going on about EV bets. Look at this. He just got really like.
Brandon, we're up like 400 units at eating Taco Bell right now, man. Like,
This guy is like.
I don't know what you want from us, man.
I just want his 12-year-old sister. I want to contact her so she can go in and punch his 16-year-old ass in the face. Like, that's all I'm envisioning in my face is like little Christina walking in and just punching. Brandon's just like sitting there and he's like, Christina, why'd you do that? And like, it just while he's fucking tweeting away at us.
That was evocative.
I do fly to Nez, who's a JM. What I fly to Oregon and just do 150 BRs. How do you like? So I can't slow draft them, right? So how do I reg for 150? I would have to be there for like the whole day.
You can't slow draft them.
So I'd shut the fucking. I'd gotta go. I'd have to draft. Like, see, that's the thing. I've thought about doing the day trips for the BRs, but it's like I have to physically draft them. I don't know why Joey said it's all love on my end. I love you, Joey, too. No, I don't dislike anyone in the chat. Even Vadim is really come around. I love Vadim. He's my favorite guy. But Brandon, man, I just want his little sister to punch him in the face. He's the one guy.
All right. So we're back for redemption in the Dawg Bowl. We did one draft where we were building a beautiful team, and then we autoed Jared Goff, rolled him out unstacked. But now we're back doing it again, punching a ticket to Miami from the 12 hole. So we'll be double tapping here.
Let's go. 12-13. This is going to be beautiful. I have no idea what that means for our...
Almost as beautiful as my Mexican pizza.
I slept on my shoulder wrong the other day. You ever do this? Like, this is like the you're getting old thing where like my fucking shoulder is so fucked just because I slept on it.
Sleeping on it?
Yeah, I'm just like, ugh. Just trying to keep it loose. Like, fuck me. I don't know if it was sleeping on it or what the fuck I did, but carrying the kids. I always try to carry them like, I mean, I don't know if I've gotten to the last point of me trying to carry them both at the same time, but because the oldest one's 12 now. We haven't done me carry both of them in a while. We're on deck.
So this week, I'm definitely pro punting quarterback in this.
I assume Kelsey already went, right?
Oh, yeah. He's one of two.
He's one of the top guys.
I would say Puka and a running back, most likely.
Okay.
Do you like Pacheco this week?
I don't have a reason not to, but I don't have a reason to either.
We could also grab 2 wide receivers if you want to punt running back.
We lost Pat.
I'd probably do Pacheco and Nakua, or like reach and take Puka with Watson or Evans.
No, let's do. You would know this better than me. Let's do Puka and Pacheco. What I'm struck by is you get to the 1-2 turn on a weekly game,
and it's already that gross.
It feels so gross already.
Yeah. In running back, particularly after Aaron Jones got off the board, look at this, Gretch. Brian Robinson, Gibbs, Jonathan Taylor, Jerome Ford, James Cook, Ramondre, Zach Moss, Javonte. Like, it's just question.
Oh, God, it falls off quick, yeah. You got both the Colts in there.
Barkley go early? Like, I don't really get it. I don't really get the Barkley.
I mean, it's probably what you just said, reading off the other names. Like, it's an opportunity. Like, there's no one else,
yeah.
You know? There he is. No, now we can't hear you. Can you hear us? You said hey, but I couldn't hear you. Yeah. Yeah. You can hear us. We can't hear you. We just took Puka Nacua and Isaiah Pacheco because we didn't have your fucking expertise.
What is Pat? Why would your headphones and your mic shouldn't your mic be independent of your headphones? Go into your settings.
I cannot believe I sent Taco Bell to my old fucking house. My God.
So what did you do? Did you reorder or are you trying to reroute it?
No, I reordered. What the fuck did I not reorder? God damn it. I just checked it. I don't think
Dude, what is going on? Like, Gretch can't get Taco Bell to his house. Pat got new headphones, but it means his mic doesn't work. And I'm just here eating Taco Bell while drafting.
They've been making fun of me saying that I don't know how to use this. I literally was on the confirm order. I just picked up my phone to check where my order is, and I was on the confirm order fucking page. I never confirmed it 10 minutes ago when I told you to start this new fucking draft. Oh my God.
Show's over after this draft, by the way.
Yeah, no, I know. You're in fucking. I mean, it's 9 o'clock. Yeah. Maybe we can get Pat to fire up, and me and Pat will do one. It's midnight for you, buddy. How are you still awake? Brandon, my God. We all fucking know that already. You are 7 hours behind. I've already made a different dumb mistake. Keep the fuck up. Thanks, Carlos. They're going to bed, but you're fucking right. They would get it right. They're so goddamn smart, and they know how to use this shit.
Tossing you Taco Bell.
Oh yeah, they are so goddamn smart. 150% should have just gave them my phone and said, "Order me some Taco Bell," and it would be here. I'd be eating Taco Bell. Bad time for a "Let's Go Brandon" chat. Thank you. Let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Michael Mayer sucks. Pat, who's the cover boy for the walkthrough this week?
I don't think we can hear him yet.
I know, but that's what makes it funny. I don't know why switching your headphones would make your mic not work, Pat. Literally
no, we can totally hear you. Yeah, no, everything you're saying.
Pat, go into your settings.
No, we have no idea.
Hit audio, go to mic, hit the drop down, and select your mic.
Man, so Brandon went to a grammatically incorrect and then Biden supporters.
It's Jover for Pat's audio.
Oh,
right now.
God, Brandon. No, you were doing so well, buddy. These guys are on the panel are too dumb to be anything but Biden supporters.
It's Jover, dude. It's Jover for us. Ben can't get Taco Bell to his house. Pat can't figure out how to talk into his mic.
Yep.
Yes, we can hear you. Oh, I could for a minute. Now
what you're doing your fucking walkthrough narration with.
You can hear me?
Yeah.
All right. I can hear you.
Yes.
What? Pat, don't you have like a $600 mic and we're talking through your speakers right now?
Is that what it sounds like? I'm not through my mic? I know. I just have a Yeti. I don't have anything crazy.
All right. You're back. You're back.
You are so back.
Whoo. Walkthrough cover boy. I do not like this slate. I think I'm going to do George Kittle, who's in a primetime game, but I liked the analysis that I had on Kittle. It's like probably one of the things I'm happier with in terms of my write-ups. So I just I'm gonna pick something I liked writing. I try to pick someone from the 1 o'clock window, and I try to pick someone from the main slate, but I wasn't a lot, man.
Yeah.
Respect the
All right,
panel.
we're on the clock at the turn here.
Kittle. I feel like Kittle's a good pick.
Kittle is not on this slate, Gretch.
Waller's a good pick.
Oh, I thought Pat was telling us to pick Kittle.
No, that's why I don't like picking Kittle, because then it doesn't help people for this type of
Kittle
stuff. But
in the slate, guys.
yeah,
Pat, you're the only non-stone person here, so pick some people.
Let's get a wide receiver with a stacking out.
okay. There's none of
Wanna take
those.
London.
Yeah, fine.
Mm.
I don't love it. We could take. I like Jacoby more than London straight up, but
All right.
he's not stackable.
He's about to get cucked by a generational tight end prospect named Michael Mayer, but fine.
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
We'll see where my food is, but it's close.
That's where I mean.
Man, I'm psyched you guys can hear me now.
I got food
What's going on,
12
dude?
miles away at my old house, just waiting for me.
My headphones died and they wouldn't reconnect to my computer, and my other headphones wouldn't connect to my computer, and it was just a disaster.
Well, you can see where your dasher is. My dasher's in the drive-thru at Taco Bell right now.
And my dasher's pulling up to my house, dude. About to eat some tacos.
Gretch is down so bad.
So I'm struggling, guys.
Gretch is the one who needs. You need this food more than anyone.
I know.
I'm about to order like a fucking dessert that's gonna show up before you get your meal, dude.
Oh man.
Holy shit. Oh man.
I said Kittle so confidently because Pat was telling us about how Kittle's a great play.
He's a great play, but I hate picking someone from the primetime games, but
Pat,
I don't know.
you can't give the people what they want. I listen to 95% of the walkthrough, but when I skip it, it's a not main slant game.
Yeah, I know. But the analysis on Kittle I thought was pretty fun. I went into target rate and yards per route run versus the blitz because there's some interesting stuff. Brandon Ayuk's been much less productive against the blitz. And the Vikings blitz nonstop. So I think Kittle, and with Debo looking like he's out, Kittle could just be a really interesting play.
Lawrence, I love Lawrence. I want you to know, man, like, I want this stream to last forever because I'm having so much fun talking to you guys, and I would love to just eat this Taco Bell on stream. But as soon as this ends, I'm going to eat this Taco Bell, and I'm going to be so fucking happy. I'm going to be just I'm not going to be sad. I'm going to be alone. You're right.
I honestly.
But I'm going to be happy and alone. I'm not going to be sad and alone, buddy. Like, I'm going to fucking enjoy the fuck out of it.
I felt like I had to show, like, the camera. Like, you made me show, like, a 3D slice of my Crunchwrap Supreme. I wanted to be eating that in shame in the darkness of my own home.
Shame?
I did not want to be eating that in front of everyone. I took one for the team because it was Chekhov's fucking Taco Bell.
No.
When you bring up Taco Bell at the 2-hour and 23 mark, you got to be fucking eating it at the 3-hour and 33
No,
mark.
you got to enjoy yourself when you're this drunk.
I did enjoy myself, but I would much rather eat it in deep, deep shame in a dark room.
No. This is I'm at when Pat and I ran into each other in Vegas. You remember that? Your food's here? No.
Yeah.
All right, you got to go get it. I ran into Pat and I was stumbling around drunk aimlessly one of the nights in Vegas. And I was walking through the casino floor and I just ran into Pat and he was by himself, which is like kind of rare because there's a lot of ship chasers down there. We're usually kind of hanging out with some people, talking to some people. I was off on my own. He was off on his own. I ran into him. And we're just like, hey, what's up? And he goes, where are you going? Because I was walking away from our elevators and our rooms and stuff. And I was like, I'm on kind of an adventure right now to find some food or something. And he's like, that's not going to work. He looked right at me in the face. He saw how drunk I was. He's like, that's not going to work, but I want to go with you. He's like, you're not going to find what you're looking for, but I want to go with you. So we started walking around. We walked around the whole casino. It was probably, 2, 3 in the morning. Everything in the casino was closed, like all the little food places and everything. I finally, because Pat had said to me, like, it's not going to work, I think, I was like, I got to make this work somehow. I went and talked to somebody who
Guys, Brittany had ordered me food. She ordered me like all this really good food. It's just sitting in the kitchen.
Dude, Pat's got a fucking feast for an entire wedding out there, and Gretch has nothing.
No way Pat's Taco Bell store can stop beating
She ordered me this, like,
it did.
This it's like these Japanese small plates. It looks awesome. I'm like, oh.
Oh my God. And Pat, I was telling them the story of when I ran into you on the casino floor in Vegas and you went off with me to try to find something. And then I talked to the person and they were like,
it was so
what you
funny.
do is you go outside, you go down the road, there's a CVS on the corner. And we went to CVS and we spent like 20 minutes in CVS. We both left with like fucking Cheetos and like Gatorade and popcorn and shit, like just random ass
and
shit
fucking
from CVS.
Yeah. I did the Pete trick because Pete taught me the Pedialyte trick in Vegas. You got to get the Pedialyte.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how you
both
mitigate
did
the
that.
hangover.
Yeah, that was
that was good, man. And we were so proud of ourselves for going to CVS. And then someone the next morning was like, CVS is like 1 block from the casino. Like you didn't cross the Arctic. Like, that's our only response. We're proud of ourselves, okay? This taco looks pretty good. Huh?
All right, let's stick this.
What's that? Is that the cheesy gordita crunch?
I didn't order from Taco Bell.
He just
You don't know what you
ordered
have.
Mexican tacos.
You didn't order. You didn't order from Taco Bell?
I ordered from a different Mexican.
He lives in San Diego, Gretch.
Am I gonna order from
There's no
Taco
need to
Bell? I
order
live in
from
San
Taco
Diego.
Bell.
Like,
Yeah, that's a fair point. But
I was like, this seems like a wasted opportunity to eat some really good Mexican food.
God,
Taco
that
Bell's
looks
the
so
best
much better.
Mexican food within a
The
10-mile
point
radius
is,
to me.
it was a
It's not-
solidarity
It's pretty good,
thing. That looks way better than what I'm about to eat.
Yes, a lot better. But
I watched what Pete ate, and it's gonna look like what I'm gonna eat. But you're eating that.
yo quiero Taco
good.
Bell.
It's bullshit.
All right, we need a quarterback and one more.
My
skill
order's here.
position.
I don't care. Draft one of the quarterbacks.
We will, Gretch. In fact, it'll force us to draft one of them if we don't.
The chat's really turned on Brandon.
I mean, like Brandon's commitment to a bit is honestly inspiring.
I'm not even sure what his point is. He just seems to be mad about stuff.
I think he's mad that we just fucking just totally shipped Mexican food to celebrate. All right, it's time to stick the landing. Which backup quarterback do you want to stack? AOC. We also need another running back or wide receiver.
Is it going to be AOC or Hoyer? Do we know who they're
We're gonna
starting?
need to pick. I'm gonna do Curtis Samuel, Oppo, Darren Waller, and then that'll give us.
I like that.
We can do. Is Daniel Jones gonna play? Otherwise, we
Probably
can
not.
go with.
He's not clear for contact yet.
Oh, I think Howell's already gone. Jesus.
We could do Taylor.
Well,
Or we can do
Daniel
Jones. We can do
just
Jones
set
and then
my ranks.
Yeah.
We'll get. Yeah. All right. All right. There it is. 2 very gross Dawg Bowl teams.
Wait, is it going to be AOC or Hoyer?
I haven't heard.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. I need to go to bed.
Somebody said I would eat cat food right now, and they're so right.
Wait, did your food come?
Yeah. What'd you?
Oh
get?
yeah.
Hell yeah,
I'm
dude.
eating a Crunchwrap Supreme, bitches.
Dude, the food all came.
Oh, Gretch. all I could see was all kinds of fillings in there. I could barely even see the bread. It was microscopic proportionally to all of the fillings. Sure seems like there's a lot of fillings you're having to chew through before you can talk, Ben.
I'm really thinking what I'm going to say in response.
No, dude, you're chewing. You're chewing a hearty bite.
That's right. Because I know how to order, Pete. You know what I'm saying?
I'll let the chat decide which clip. Okay, vote in the chat. I'm going to read you all of the eligible clips to end the show on. Kicker chasing, Sky Moore, David Bell, Ronald Jones, Romeo Dobbs, Greg Dulcich, Marvin Mims, Justin Ross, Laviska Shenault, Tyquan Thornton, Darnell Washington, JJ Taylor. That's a good bang for your buck minutes wise. Asta Laviska, the Justin Tucker clip, Zeke, or Ben Gretsch doing
or
Chicago Bears.
I got one.
Ben Gretsch doing the Chicago Bears. I mean, that's my vote for what it's worth.
Or Pat and I stay on and do geography and Sporkle hour.
No, I gotta finish the walkthrough.
Oh, you gotta finish the walkthrough. Right?
Someone help me figure out what the chat consensus is. I should have done an actual thing. I'm seeing a lot of David Bell, but that's just one person. David, do you know Bell is pretty good.
Oh, that's it, dude.
All right, yeah.
You know Bell.
Do you know Bell, dude? You know Bell. All right, what a night. We love you guys. Do you guys? No, I do have to ask. Do you know Bell?
Oh, he's the manager of the Reds right now. This is David Bell.
We should do a highlight reel of him managing the Reds.